That is the iconic high-level bridge constructed in 1909. It means we're in one place only, obviously Lethbridge for the Brier. It's a championship like no other. The country's best gather. They have been for years. From coast to coast to coast, all in search of the walk of a champion to be called Canada's best. This year, we arrive in Lethbridge. The field contains some of the greatest curlers our country has produced. They include winners of 3 of the last 5 championships. A Brier, an Olympic champion, and a 4-time champion. They all start with the same dream, to win this. The Tim Hortons Brier is next. And we have arrived in southern Alberta. The city of Lethbridge hosted the Men's Worlds back in 2019. And tonight, it is night 1, game 1, the first time ever the Brier here in southern Alberta in this wonderful city. And look at this, how much we've missed this. Fans here in Lethbridge coming inside the building. We welcome you inside the NMAX Center. And obviously, people in Ukraine right now, a lot of devastation. So tonight, we pay tribute to those suffering in Ukraine.
Curling Canada was distraught this week to see the unjustified attack on Ukraine, a sovereign nation. We stand in support with Ukraine and its people throughout the world. In tribute, would you please rise if you can for the playing of the national anthem of Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem of Canada?
So wonderful to have fans in the building. So proud to be Canadian. Glad you're watching our coverage. Welcome to night one of the Brier. Brian Mudryk with you. Kathy Gauthier. That guy looks familiar. Did you used to curl?
I tried.
I'm glad you're back. Also worth noting, Vic Roeder will join us later on the week. Unfortunately, Cheryl will not join us this week, but we are blessed to have curling. We're blessed to have fans in the building and an outstanding field once again. So let's add this thing up. We got 18 teams. We got 2 pools. We got 3 wild card teams. Top 3 from each group will make the playoffs. So Russ, we start with you. Let's put you to work. Who you got your eye on in your group?
Archer, Cooey, Dunstone, the 3 finalists from last year. My pool's much tougher than Kathy's. You throw in the younger brother Glenn, who seems to be getting younger still, 4-time world champion, and Colton Flasch is, every time I see him, they're getting better. That's a tough start.
Amazing, too. Glenn was injured at provincials. He's healthy. He's ready to go, and a chance to win a Brier in 5 different decades, which is phenomenal. All right, Kathy Gauthier, great to have the morning show kind of back together again, isn't it? Your pool. Who do you got your eye on?
Well, it's not my pool. It's not Red Rover. We didn't pick. Curling Canada signs this. There is a strategy here, but I like the top 3. You've got 2 brilliant Brads in this field. Gushue coming off an Olympic medal. Brad Jacobs, the most passionate curler maybe that we've ever seen. And Mike McEwen looking really strong. The key in this pool is that fight for first place. If you finish first, you have 2 chances in the playoffs.
So many great storylines. Hard to believe that Brad Gushue is a wild card team. You have Brendan Bottcher, Team Canada in Alberta. Kevin Cooey in Alberta. He's our feature, as it is Alberta, Saskatchewan coming up next. First Rock coming up from Lethbridge here on TSN.
We're good friends with Colton, and he'll want nothing better than to beat us. And we want to get off to a good start. You know, you don't really want any losses, obviously, but it's a big game for us, and I think it's good for us to be playing him tonight.
It should be fun, you know, to play Kevin and BJ and Benny, you know, playing with them for 2 years. And, you know, we had 2 really good years, won the Brier, and playing in this building in the World was special. So to play those guys first opening game on TSN, that's going to be a blast.
The Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, here's how. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud supporter of Curling Canada.
And welcome back to our coverage in Lethbridge. It is time to meet the teams, brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. And we begin with the home province, Team Alberta, out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary. Your skip is Kevin Cooey, 3rd, BJ Neufeld at 2nd, John Morrison at lead, Ben Hebert. And Team Saskatchewan, out of the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, your skip is Colton Flasch at 3rd, Catlin Schneider, 2nd, Kevin Marsh, and at lead, Daniel Marsh. Great to have a buzz in the building in NMAX Center tonight. On this Friday night in Lethbridge, there's your rock colors, Alberta, the Redstones, Saskatchewan, the Yellowstones, Colton Flasch, earning the draw to the button. So he has hammer, and to get us started, it will be the Team Alberta lead in Ben Hebert. And Kathy and Russ, and talking with Kevin Cooey and Kathy, before this contest, we had a chat as well with John Morris. They've been pretty honest that this will be the last time this season anyways they're together as a team. A couple more events to come. The Brier, as they say, the biggest one. So for them, it seems like they're playing loose, they're ready, and they're really excited for this opportunity, Kathy.
Well, he did talk about not wanting to focus on that. They know that at the end of the season, this team is no more. And we see that at the end of the quadrennial so often, but more so, I think, in this field that we look at this week. But it is all of a sudden, whatever hasn't worked for the team gets put aside. This is your opportunity to do well in front of people for the first time in your own province. They're so excited. And I think that things that might bug you about a person all of a sudden disappear.
I say the same thing about you guys, but it's wonderful. Thanks for the early tee up. As we'll tee up Russ for the Alberta keys to the game tonight.
Well, for Alberta and Team Cooey, give the coffee time to brew. And what I mean by that is Kevin's got 9 shots in his mind. He's probably the deepest thinker of any curler I've ever met. But you see Ben and John jumping in there and chirping a little too early sometime. Let them digest all the options before they do anything. And then Johnny be good. He'll be good curling. He'll make a lot of shots. The energy's there. The passion's there. But his job this week can make this team better.
No, John. No, John. EJ. Hard, buddy. Gotta go hard. Gotta go hard. Johnny. Yellow. Gotta go, gotta go.
Okay, Benny.
Just.
And Saskatchewan keys, Russ.
Well, tolerance short, and what I mean by that is people aren't going to be perfect out there, so you've got to learn to miss the right way. If you've got this guy with the high hard one that he can throw, you've got to keep your draw shots up in front of the rings. Control the front, let him run them in with all his speed. That's his key shot, and then find the forefoot. Cooey's played with Flasch. He knows the weak buttons. He knows what to push. Now, Flasch, this year, Cooey won't know this, but at the Saskatchewan playdowns, his draw weight was unbelievable. But that's what Cooey's going to try to make him do, draw.
Keys to the game brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue, an obvious choice for Western Canadians for over 95 years. And Kathy, to that point, that's exactly what you talked about with Colton before this matchup tonight, his draw weight and how spectacular it was in that final.
Well, and it's really interesting, Russ. You know, as a skip, you don't have the opportunity to let off. Colton said that he felt when he played second sometimes, he almost got bored with the position, and that transmitted through his hand, and he was heavy an awful lot. He does believe he's a skip. He loves the pressure, loves the extra focus, and as a result, he's making a lot more shots.
Yeah, I can't agree more, Brian. It's with the great Cooey team. Now, they came second in the world with Colton Flasch, so it's not like he was an anchor. But when he missed that the wrong way. He was that back 8, back 12, and it didn't give Cooey some chances to get out of it. He was so impressive at the Saskatchewan playdowns.
Clean.
Should be okay.
Clean.
Right through okay.
Clean.
Second Brier for Kevin Marsh.
We told him to deal with that.
I saw him letting it go here. You were clean.
So we mentioned the 18 teams, 2 pools, top 3 from each. Pool will make the playoffs. Great to see James Grattan back. He's taking on Matt Dunstone. Glenn Howard, obviously back. Great to see him back competing again. Was not healthy at provincials, but he is playing and ready to go. Our feature, obviously. And Nathan Young out of Newfoundland and Labrador taking on Thomas Scoffin. And Young, pardon the pun, but that is a very young team. But in hearing Brad Gushu talk about them, they are certainly the future out there on the rock. And keep an eye on that young team because they got a lot of talent.
And what a learning experience. Like, you couldn't pay for a better. You've got Toby McDonald, the great coach that coached Brad to the gold medal. You've got the mentoring of Thomas. And then to be in this arena with all these fans and playing the top teams in the world, just soak it in.
I mean, Toby's got to be good. He coached you. Right? And he taught you a few things.
That's
so
right.
That's an obvious one.
Shot.
So rules of play, if you're watching for the first time, 5-rock rule. You have 10 ends, you have 38 minutes, and that's of thinking time. And 2 timeouts of 90 seconds for each team.
Slower. Nope.
Mine was a little slow.
Definitely heavy. Shot beach.
Got there on its
I'll be
own.
heavy control.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heavy
I like
control.
that too. Yeah, I like that a lot.
A little more. A little more.
Pretty conservative start here. Cooey threw that first one up front, but other than that, it's been pretty defensive thinking here. And you see that all the time from all the events. It's very difficult to have enough confidence in your ice reading ability to go crazy in that first end.
Control. Clean. Okay. Clean. It's okay.
Catlin Schneider in his 3rd Brier appearance. You saw the graphic, that bronze with Matt Dunstone in 2020 back in Kingston.
Normal.
Yep.
Yep. A little bit.
Yep. Hard.
Yep. Yes.
Try and roll it over
Same
there.
way. Good beach. Good tosses.
Looking at the practice this morning and the practice before this game started, there's a little bit more curl to the wings. And that's pretty standard. And so this type of shot, the brushers will be able to hold that until it crosses the center line.
Control. Easy. Control.
I think, Russ, you had an opportunity to chat with Chief Ice Technician Greg Owaska. What are you expecting from his ice? I mean, it's consistent, and I know a lot of the players are fans of his ice.
Glenn says it's the best practice ice he's ever seen, and he had less time to put it in, and that's unbelievable. He's only been in 18 Briers or something, so that's a good start. But the rocks are perfect. There's very few bad ones. The discrepancies in the stones are so minute. These athletes are going to make a lot of shots. And the speed across the sheet so far looks perfect.
Whoa.
So here is the young skip out of Saskatchewan, Colton Flasch. That is 6th Brier, his first time as a skip, though, and you remember, won the title with Kevin Cooey as a second back in 2019 in Brandon. And that was a team, remember, too, Kathy, they went 13-0. And in talking with Colton, it's funny, where they do the interviews, in the backdrop, it's photos of all the former champions, Kathy. And I pointed to that photo of him and that team, and I said, what does that team and those memories mean to you? And he said, chills to us, Kathy. And obviously, there's no hard feelings. It's part of the business, but you know he's looking forward to this game.
Well, there's no question about it. He said there's no animosity, but you know, whenever you're cut by somebody, you want to prove to them the next time that you play them, or in any big game that you play to them, that maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they underestimated your ability. So while it's not hard feelings, there is that extra intensity, but he does say he learned so much from this man.
And Kevin echoing that as well, and chatting with Kevin earlier today. They're still really good friends. Colton takes a great experience from that Brier championship. They had that outdoor skins game as well, too, and he had to fill in because John Morris was over at the Olympics as well in mixed doubles. So, you know, obviously it's just part of the business. And I think if you're a curling fan, you better get ready for a lot of lineup shuffling, because you talk to a lot of these skips, and even they will say, maybe not admitting their own team, but we asked a number of them, you know, how many teams out of the top 8 in Canada do you think will be the same starting next year? And likely 0. There'll be changes.
It's looking that way, isn't it? That's unheard of, but there's always changes, especially the Olympic year. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens. There's quite a few of them that are saying they're not changing, and just might not be totally correct.
You didn't get your letter from TSN? Oh, okay.
Just there's a pink slip in the room.
And there's Flasch with the blank. You know what, Russ? We're grateful to have you back, obviously, and we're grateful to have our fans at home and fans in the building here. First day of the Brier on TSN. Welcome back inside the NMAX Center. It was built for the 1975 Canada Games, holds about 5,500 spectators. And the men's worlds were here back in 2019, and the guy in our feature matchup, Kevin Cooey, lost the gold medal game in the building to Nick Adine that year. And the goal for all these teams trying to get back to the World Championships in Las Vegas, Nevada, which would be an exciting time to get back. And in talking to a lot of the players, Russ and Kathy, I think it's a no-brainer. Watching fans coming into the building, the smiles on the faces, to have, I mean, the bubble in Calgary was really tough, and in talking with Brendan Botcher, and even there when Cooey was in that final, it's just great to have that atmosphere back once again.
But Johnny Moe talked to him this morning, and he could see how excited he was. And he's just come from the Olympics. And it's, you know, the crowd, it just makes such a difference to these athletes.
It does. It elevates play, and it goes right through the lineup. It's not just last rock throwers. It's even as a brusher. When you start to hear the crowd cheering for you, you just find an extra gear. And anyone that's ever played in front of a crowd knows that it's just something that you want back. It's an addicting thing, and it does make players play better. Even though you think you're doing your best, you find an extra gear, and I think we'll see some spectacular shot making this week.
Hard, got to curl. Hard, good. Mine. Gotta get separation here. Hard, Benny. Hard, you got to get it way behind this yellow. Hard, Benny, hard. Keep going, keep going, keep
but
going.
But the other side of that, Russ, you and I spoke before the game, and you can speak as a skip, is that one of the things that the crowd brings in is something these teams haven't faced in 2 years, which is the need for signals, for yelling when the crowd's cheering. There's 2 Alberta teams out here, and so that's going to make it tough if you're not an Alberta team.
Yeah, no kidding. And you've got a delicate draw shot going down. Somebody makes a triple in the next sheet. The crowd goes crazy, and you can't communicate.
Yeah, clean.
And there is Daniel Marsh. So here's the thing with Kevin Marsh and Daniel Marsh, they're twins. So, but they could probably get away. Like if you got some bad stats as lead, you flip, right? Would anyone notice? I mean, I couldn't tell the difference. I guess you get to know them, you do, but they could get away with some stuff there.
Good idea.
Well, yeah, except for if you're the guy with the bad stats. Why does your brother want to switch?
Because he's a nice brother. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's just another little advantage, is it not?
Easy, it's over.
It's pretty cool, though, to play obviously with a brother,
Right.
as you got to do, and a twin brother at the biggest stage in Canada here at the Brier.
Pretty special.
Go, Beach. Go, go, go. Go.
Keep going.
Go, go,
Got to get this over here.
Well, it's over. Just over. Just over. Shot.
And indeed, just over.
Shot.
Even one's okay.
Yep.
All right, Kathy, update time. Let's check on Young and Scoffin on sheet D.
Well, Nathan had an opportunity to make a double on his first, but he jammed it, and that allowed Thomas Scoffin to draw into lie 2. And so it is 2 that he faces. He's playing a hit. Can't roll any further than full 8 foot.
And Kathy, you've been so impressed with Nathan Young and this young team.
I really think this has the makings of a brilliant story. You know, 2 years ago, we saw Daniel Bruce lose the finals of a Canadian Juniors. That has spurred a lot of interest in Newfoundland Labrador. This team lost the World Qualifier to represent Canada. They just won the junior men's, and they're here at the Brier as they're training for the Canadian Juniors. It's awesome.
I think the average age on that team is, what, 19? So good for them. Soak it all in.
More
Go on, go on. It's halfway.
How's that for a training ground to go to the Brier before the Canadian Junior?
Amazing.
Mine's okay.
Staying with it here. Let's reel in. Just gotta stop.
And there's that Brad and Mark guy a few sheets over. You can always go and maybe ask for a little bit of help or advice, which is pretty cool.
No kidding. Wait.
So a couple blanks you can see. New Brunswick wildcard 2, Ontario, and Team Canada. Of course, 3 wildcard teams here this year.
And those games very much like our feature sheet, not any big shots made to remove a lot of stones, just teams playing a little bit conservatively. First time crowds are in the building, want to make sure that the ice is running the same, but all sheets now have rocks in play.
Nice shot.
Really nice shot there. That's delicate to hit it exactly in the right spot to move the thrown rock also.
Perfect.
Changes the end totally, Brian, because Cooey had him in trouble there. You're going to have to draw the pin in a tough out-turn draw. Now, he's got to go to the defense. He has to hit the Flash's rock, and there goes the chance to steal.
Control.
Yep.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa, John.
John.
Hard.
BJ, the import that lives in Winnipeg. And the shooter spins a little too far.
That's what to look for early. Straight going to the middle, because when the ice to be first flooded, it freezes high in the center, just like an ice cube in your freezer. So those outside ins to the center line are just going to fool them for a while.
Sliver more. We don't need to go too hard, right?
All of a sudden, a chance to roll behind the corner guard here.
Normal.
Yep.
Easy normal.
Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Easy normal.
Yep.
Whoa. Easy normal. Easy normal.
Hard.
Captain Shiner, there's the tap, little roll. And yeah, that is buried behind cover. You know, Kathy, we chatted with Colton before the game, and a lot of these players have found a new team on this team, whether they were cut or let go or situations happened. And it's really sort of brought them together and galvanized them as a team.
It does. You find your motivation comes from all sorts of different ways. It can be about winning. It can be about being better within yourself. It can be about wanting to find an edge over somebody else. And the smart teams draw it from all different sources to just be better.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is Team Pink Slip, isn't it? The front end was with Myers. Myers moved on to Dunstone, so that was the end of that team. Colton was let go after coming second in the world with Cooey, and he's kept that in his mind, looking for a team. And then Schneider was with Dunstone, and he was moved out for a team change too. So.
Well, don't forget the year that John Schuster from the U.S. won the gold medal. They were all cut from the U.S. High Performance Training Center, and they said, okay, we're going to band together with wonderful results.
Oh, true.
You gotta go for it. Okay. Go. Farther.
Pick up.
Yeah. If he knows, can you?
So it is shot stone for now, but an opportunity here for Flasch in the second.
Of course, yeah.
And just roll anywhere Anywhere where you can't roll buried, so just roll back to the tee line. There's no double. Kevin's not going to take on the freeze. And you'll have to hit the back rock.
No, I don't. I like that with just board, though.
Okay.
Like, I don't want you to be heavy there, is what I'm saying.
And
Nice
you
and
remember,
positive
Brian,
still.
Cooey had a good end going there until Schneider made that double.
Oh, didn't roll here, eh? Okay, what do we like here for weight?
Board weight.
Board?
Yeah.
Okay. Should just gradually curl, hey? You think of that ice?
For board.
I like it with positive. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Speed's good here too. Like it's. Yeah, you don't have to think it's fresh or anything like that. Just a regular board. I like it. Like it.
So a
good.
little in-turn tap.
Yep. Board.
Trying to set up his deuce here in 2.
Little curve. What am I doing? Oh. Little bit firm for board.
No.
Little bit firm.
Close,
still.
stay close.
No.
I got it, Kev. I got it.
Yep. Keep going. Whoa. That's good. That's good.
Perfect.
Great shot.
Nice weight. Nice shot, Flash. Very nice. How do you? Good boy.
This will drive Team Cooey crazy because they had a nice end going, and now they have to just donate it too, really, unless the skipper misses his last one.
Kind of weight.
Normal.
Come down, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it didn't roll very far.
No.
For how much I hit.
Curled nice at the end.
It did, yeah.
Ran exactly how it
Got that guard's in the way.
All right, Kathy, let's check in on Glenn Howard and Team Canada, Brendan Botcher.
Well, Brendan went around on his first one and trying to remove it. Glenn wound up behind. He ticked it over. That's the stone that's buried behind the corner guard, and that allowed Brendan to go around again. So for Glenn, he not only faces 2, but he has to move the stone back. That's what he's playing. The tap back of the stone needs to stick around to the forefoot and move that yellow stone back far enough to count. And these are tough. These are the weight shots that they're still learning the ice.
Yeah, when's it going to cross the center line? That's the key.
Pretty incredible. His all-time record, Glenn Howard, 160 wins, 59 losses, a 731 win percentage. Remember, too, it was Wayne Maddaw that had to take the team over in the bubble because of Glenn's injuries. Maddaw turned back the clock that year. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye on Flasch and our feature his final stone. So Glenn, there's the tap. There is one. So Ontario picks up the single. Meantime, in our feature, a final stone on the way
Clean now.
from Colton Flasch.
Clean now, clean. Throw Flash.
So 2 lovely throws from the skipper, and he'll put 2 on the board as Team Saskatchewan leads here in our feature in Lethbridge. Welcome back to Lethbridge on this Friday night. NMAX Center, home to the Lethbridge Hurricanes of the Western Hockey League. They're on a 7-game road trip, so we can bring you this year's installment of the Tim Hortons Brier. And a nice end for Colton Flasch in the second as he picks up his pair with play underway here in the third.
T-line. Just for weight.
T-line.
Yep. Line, John. Hard line, John.
Yep, John.
Ben Hebert trying to lock one in there, and he will for a shot stone on the button.
T-line.
You guys
Get
get
on that one.
on that? I didn't get one.
How many of those outturn draws has Ben Hebert attempted in his life?
I've just shot 1,004,074. I have it
74?
right
Okay.
down here. Yes, Benny, he loves that turn, doesn't he?
Okay,
Does he
little light.
ever?
No, I got actually heavy.
No, he took some off at the end.
Line's good. Top 8, top 4. Top 4, guys.
Weight's good.
Top 4.
Weight's good.
Stay close. Yep.
All right, Kathy, update time. A lot of rocks in the house there between Young and Scoffin on sheet D.
Well, shot stone does belong to Nathan Young. It's that red one right on the lid. He was trying to corner freeze the yellow shot stone and take away any opportunity for Thomas Scoffin to score 2, but he bounced off that ever so little. And so if he can get right to the nose, but it is precise, a chance for 2.
Hard.
It's got a curl.
Hard.
And just wicks it sideways, so a steal of 1. So Newfoundland Labrador a 2-0 lead in their Brier debut over on sheet D. Meantime, a missile on the way here from John Morris in our feature, trying to open things up. And bang, look at that yellow clips it straight sideways. What a shot from Johnny Mo.
Call that the old Ginsu.
Good, make that.
Shot, Johnny. Shot, John. Oh, boy.
Way to stick with her, Beach.
What do you call it, Russ? Surgery?
Yeah, exactly. Laser eye surgery in that case. Look at that.
You know, Kathy, we were talking with John before the game, and you'd think he'd be exhausted after Beijing, the Olympics, the experience away from family, the bubble, the quarantine, etc. You've known him a long time as well. I don't remember seeing him that giddy, that excited, and he's saying this team is as loose as they've been in a great headspace than we saw him before this game.
Well, he just said, I feel awesome, and he looked it. Like, he's just so excited. There's no nerves, and that's just a great example of what happens when you play loose. It's why sports psychologists do everything they can with high-level teams to help them relax, to try to play loose because you get better results.
As long as we can get...
Or you just want to hit and roll. Hit and roll's good, too. I don't mind it.
Yeah, either one.
I like the draw.
Okay, draw weight's good here.
Top 8, boys. Let's go.
And Kathy, he was pretty honest, too, in his assessment of his future as well. As we know, this is the last year for this team. And John admitting, you know, he's got 2 young kids and a family, and the travel's really hard. He really wants to focus on the mixed doubles aspect of the game.
Well, and it's a commitment as well, but it is not the commitment that mixed fours is. You have to play almost every weekend. You're traveling all over the country, and with 2 young children that you're trying to spend time with, it's just really difficult. With mixed doubles, he can throw a lot. He doesn't have to travel as much. There just simply aren't as many high-level events to play in, and so the season becomes shorter and doable.
Yeah, heel. We could just
get low.
We can nose it's pretty good.
Nose might not go.
No, I'm just talking with, like, easy control.
Oh, he's talking about leaving the red there.
Yeah, board.
That's dangerous, though. You can tell the skipper's not excited about that call because Kui with the advantage of last stone, leaving 2 red ones in there is a bit of a bold move.
I'll give you a board or heavy board, 1 or 2.
Sure. Just board. Lead, yep. Board weight, yep. Hard down. Easy board. Hard. Easy, a little easy. Hard.
Gonna get to that center line in a hurry.
Hard, you gotta go.
Hard. Hard. Good shot. Good.
Almost perfect. He wanted to stay dead on.
Literally just bump it.
Well, last in, they put that 2 on the board, and it was certainly a key shot coming from Catlin Schneider.
Was it ever? Just a perfect hit and roll. And to do, we talked about how straight it is on the outside of the lines coming in. When's this going to hit the tape? And he set this up, Brian, by making a long run double and rolling over for a corner guard. That's exactly the rock he rolled and hit behind.
The key shot brought to you by OK Tire. It's going to be okay.
If he doesn't make his first one that end, there's a 60-70% chance Kui steals one. All of a sudden he gives up 2.
How's that look? Lots?
Looks like minimum to me.
Minimum? I don't think so for back 8.
I said minimum, I thought.
Yeah, I think you're good if you're back here.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that too, Beach.
Back in.
This is the shot that I think can be missed at the start of the week. Wide.
Definitely got
As I
good
said,
weight.
it's a little straighter down the center. He's not heavy, which is going to help. So this will curl because of his speed control.
Go, Benny, go. We gotta go.
Hard, line's good.
Gotta go for weight.
Hard! Hard! You still got
Come on,
it.
buddy. Come on.
35-year-old BJ Neufeld, a big scrub.
Curl. Get it under there. Get it under there.
Okay.
So Shotstone still belongs to Saskatchewan, but the red's starting to pile up.
Light on you there.
Yeah, a little light, buddy.
If that rolls 4 or 5 inches farther, they've got a chance at a big score here. Now there's a double.
Okay, Beach. Good shot. Yeah.
Okay.
EVBs make this double. Pick half.
Is the freeze bad?
I like it. 2/3.
Okay.
I like this. Hit what you can see. Oh, yeah.
Pretty makeable double here. It's a kind of a natural half rock.
Yep. Whoa! No! Whoa! Whoa! No! Curl! 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 Hard! Curl!
1 and 2. Nice shot from Schneider.
Shot, Cat. Let's throw, Cat. How do you? That works.
It's kind of better to leave that one behind it almost.
Yeah. That's
He's on like
weight or hack waiter. You gotta hit half the rock.
Solid hack, yeah.
So let's update now Grattan and Dunstone. And Kathy, one of the big storylines, obviously Darren Moulding cut from Team Canada. His family is all in Lethbridge, so the Alberta kid getting a chance to play with Jimmy the Kid in Grattan and Team New Brunswick.
Well, he needs to make the double in order to score here after ticking on the guard on his first.
Andy. We're not up.
Makes the double, does not lose the shooter, was hoping to blank, but still scores.
So I think we called Sid the Kid for a long time. How long can James hold that moniker?
Yeah,
like longer? Like when do you?
Jimmy the Intermediate now.
When do you retire? I love it. I'm excited to watch the dynamic of that team. If you talk to James and hear what he had to say to the media, Darren fit in just like a glove on that team. So I'm excited to see them play, and I'm excited for the game versus Botcher. And that's, I think, in a couple nights from now.
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing that one.
That'll be some fun, and it's just great for James Grattan. He's been one of the best players forever down there, and it's just tough at this level to compete at this level, to play the Gucci's, the Cooies, the Botchers. You need 4 players, and it's just tough to do that. So picking up Moulding was pretty nice.
So as Russ would say, set your VCR, Kathy. It's a big one tomorrow night. It'll be Team Canada and New Brunswick on TSN tomorrow night.
Yeah. What are we trying to do though?
Step, just nose almost.
Okay.
Nose will get it, eh? Oh yeah.
Kind of
You got a little bit of air there.
Brilliant roll. I don't know whether if anybody can throw it hard enough, it's Flasch, but with that ice, it looks like they're trying to scrape by the guard, hit it dead on, and hope the red disappears. Half an inch either way, he either wrecks on the guard or jams the red one.
Whoa! Whoa!
Flasch won a bronze in 2015, playing second for Steve Laycock, the Brier title with Cooey back in 2019, and this one, he'll jam it.
Funny call.
Okay,
it's just so tough. Guess if he makes it, he looks good, but you could hit the back one. Now there's a 3 chance here.
He's going to play it because it's not...
What about this, Kev? What about here? Yeah.
Can he make this?
I like nosing this.
Can he make this?
He can, but he can't throw it hard. It's pretty tough.
It's really tough.
Bees, let's just take our 2, man.
What if he noses? What's he trying?
I don't mind that. Nose is good, or
What do you think he's doing?
probably ripping at it. Knowing Colton. The only
Pretty
other
exciting for Brendan Botcher, Kathy. Team Canada in his home province taking on one of the legends of the game in Glenn Howard.
Well, he got into trouble, Glenn Howard did, when Scott, his third, ran a stone back. He moved both of the Yellowstones belonging to Team Canada, but neither of them left the house, and they've been trading stones ever since, and that's why this is an open hit for 2 and made.
It's close to 3.
I was going to say, Kathy, is that a nibbler up top?
We'll put a stick on it.
Why not?
I heard him say, is it worth it? It's always worth it.
They're really off.
If you remember at the Scotties, we saw this often, and more often than not, they were in.
That was probably a bit closer on the weight side.
Sounded like it isn't from the down in the surface, but
start.
Sure looks
Boys
close.
are throwing it good.
Well, from 3/4 of a building away, I've called it out.
Oh, so not close.
And you see there, Jansen, the not really a new addition. He's been a part of the team and been known to the team for a few years, but Pat Jansen playing third now, replacing Moulding.
Clean.
Well, clean.
So after the conversation here for Team Alberta, looks like they're electing to play the hit of the Yellowstone in line 3.
Go, Benny, go.
There's the hit, there's the roll.
Good.
What a shot.
Yeah, and it's kind of pops out a little bit, but they do lie 3 with final stone here in the third.
Beauty, buddy. Well done. Yeah.
Good shot.
That's the difference with the Kevin Cooey. Dead on is what most teams would do. Sit to 3, take your chances. Not him. He rolls it in behind, and now
Roll under.
Team Saskatchewan's got to make a decision here. You try that tough double, you reckon the guard, you give up 4.
Okay.
there.
Which way are we rolling?
Your way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a tough shot for him if you make this roll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's.
Well, if I roll behind this one, he'll be shot. He'll just drop for 2.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, which is fine.
What kind of weight?
I think they're trying to roll partly
Edge on
buried.
edge? Is it edge
So
on
there you
edge?
see it was just the 2. So Kathy,
You want to throw it down, board?
good for you.
1-0.
Good for you. It's a long week though, Russ.
Indeed.
You know, Kathy, it's so weird. I feel like, you know, in calling a hockey game, you're between the benches down by the ice because I don't actually see you, which is sad. I do miss you.
Well, there's like this door between you and I. So I've had it built.
Oh, thank you. I thought that was a supply chain issue. So there's the hit. And that'll leave the opportunity for a 3 here for Kevin Cooey to answer in the 3rd.
Heavy? No. I didn't patient there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Just took on an
I like that,
impossible,
buddy.
almost impossible shot on Colton's first one that cost him.
Good control.
Nice control right there.
You got it,
like
man.
that?
Love it.
You don't think that's...
I'd say if you're throwing good control, right there, it's real close.
We were thinking the same way, but I don't mind a little less. I don't mind a little less weight, a little more ice.
Okay.
So like you're throwing good board or you're throwing control?
Control.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't think that's max, do you?
I think if you're control, I think you're good.
Yeah. Control it.
That's pretty impressive. 86% hammer efficiency at the Alberta playdowns. Unbelievable.
Weight's great, Kev.
Here's another stat for you.
Whoa.
So this is the
Clean
10th
it.
Brier
Whoa.
for Kevin
Clean
Cooey.
it.
He's made 7 finals in his 9 Brier appearances, and he's won 4.
That's crazy.
And a chance here to try pick up his 3. Don't want to jam, and they won't. And a nice shot. That is the sound we missed. Fans in the building, and there's Dad Fred.
They don't give up many steals, do they? Here we go. Heaver. Flash. Go. They cut it by. Now bang. Away. Oh, and it gets caught up. This could also be the game right now on the line. He's facing 4. Staying with it. Holding, calling line. Got to come across and sit there. And he spins away. And it will be a steal of 1.
Fantastic shot.
Clean. Clean it.
Good, good. Ooh, and he's going to give him 1. Interesting double and stick for the win. Kevin Cooey. Have they got this for par? Bang it, run it across. Are you going to touch it far enough? Oh! And they did it for 4 championships. Kevin Cooey.
That was pretty special as they ran the table 13-0. And you see the 10 Brier appearances, 7 finals, 4 titles. Interesting too, Ernie Richardson, Kevin Martin, Randy Furby, and Kevin Cooey, all with 4 Brier titles as skips. And one thing, Kathy, that John Morris talked about, and they're cognizant of it, they want badly to get win number 5 as a skip for Kevin Cooey here in his home province.
It is really interesting, you know, so often as a team you think about our win and what we want to do, but he was very clear that this is about trying to put Kevin even in more record books than he is and to win that 5th Brier for him.
Whoa! Wait's good.
Whoa! Gotta be close.
Wait's good.
Whoa! Curl! A little light. Curl! A little bit light. Curl! Straight! Straight! Straight!
Hard Flash. Hard. Hard, 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 hard.
That went through the guard.
Good shot.
Very nice shot. Just spectacular weight control.
I didn't really buy the curl call.
Oh man, it was like.
You ever run it into that one? Yeah. Maybe get it going
Second
back.
Brier for the Marsh brothers as they teamed up with Kirk Myers and Brandon in 2019. That was the year that Cooey won, as you just saw, and Flasch a part of that team.
Yeah, boys. Hey, I don't want to be heavy on it, honestly. Perfect. Yeah. All right.
What do you like, John?
I kind of like that, guys.
Yeah, the worst thing we can do is hit it a sliver high.
Yeah, that's big trouble. Let's throw it in the corner, Johnny.
Yeah.
Veteran call here. Most teams would run that straight back, trying to get the red onto the enemy yellows. But if you miss it by a fraction, you leave your shooter out there, and then Kui's in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, close.
Nope. This way, there's no way, and then he's going to be down the middle. Trying to get off the yellow here.
Great shot.
Hard.
How good is that? Opens it up, drives the red stone in. Money from John Morris.
Just a great call, too. You know, like that's the fascinating part about this sport, and it takes so many years to become that knowledgeable as a skip.
You know it's good? When I hear the Howard cackle in here, that's what I know. It's a good one.
It just does so much. It opens it up. Now the yellow double is accessible for Kui whenever he wants. And it kind of forces Team Saskatchewan to go on the defense here with 2 red in play.
Wait's good.
This Kevin Marsh. No. Both brothers live in Saskatoon.
No, it's rolling out.
I'd love that one back.
Okay.
Not sure why you needed that much weight there.
I have no idea what. I think you throw Peel, you might be able to.
Nathan Young, Thomas Scoffin over on sheet D, Kathy.
Well, Thomas Scoffin ignored a red stone in the house all in to try to bury around the corner, and finally he did, but it wasn't shot. And so Nathan drew in, but he did set up the double. They've looked at the angles, concerned about the jam, but trying to catch enough of it that it does not for 2.
Look at that straight sideways. It'll kiss.
I think 1 yellow.
And just 1 yellow.
Yep. 1 yellow.
A lot of action in the house with these stones.
Okay. Shot.
In our feature, bang, bang. Yellows go. Got to be careful, Kathy. I think our friend Dennis Bayak has trademarked that with the Jets games, the bang, bang, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm usually in the crowd, so I don't get to hear that.
Yeah, I do. Should be good here, right? That's the weight here?
14, 5, and 15?
Yes.
We can always go to that back one, too. Heavy?
I got top 4.
Interesting game, isn't it, Russ?
Heavy,
I mean, Catlin Schneider made a great shot for Saskatchewan to pick up 2 in that second end, and this end, John Morris with an absolute pistol to change the dynamic of an end.
Yeah, and it's funny. Everybody says, well, you know, your skip's got to be hot to win. Well, it might be true, but the seconds have made a difference in this game in both ends.
To the back one. Yeah, go then. Yep. Go. Shot. Okay. That works. I like the intern, too.
I like this intern still, Kev. I think I like the in.
T-line.
Kevin's one of the best at that situation, too. Kevin wanted to call the out turn for Neufeld. Neufeld wants to play the in turn. He's the most important guy in this particular situation because he's throwing it. Let him do it.
Line looks close.
He
might have thrown it in practice, draw the button. He has a feel for this spot. Brushers know the weight.
Line's real good.
Room.
No, T-line.
Always John's.
Weight's perfect.
Always John's. It's got to curl.
Never John.
Yeah, you can hit it. Move it then.
That's good.
Okay, good spot.
Yeah, we're shot. Attaboy. Nice throw, Beach.
We're shot, Beach.
You can come this way.
Hey.
You tap it great, but
What do we think of the same weight on the
T-line, top 4.
I think same weight's got to be good.
I think it's got to be close, eh? Yeah. It's going to cross center and curl, right? But
Kathy, what are we thinking here early on? Obviously, draw 1, night 1 for draw weight.
It's quick. I've heard them definitely talking about 15 and a half.
Yeah.
Which is very similar to what we saw at the Scotties. Great ice conditions, and certainly the brushers can take it a long way.
Well, you take it again, Kathy. Update on Bratton Dunstone over on sheet A.
Well, James had an opportunity to really put pressure on Matt Dunstone, but when he drew, he came a little bit deep. That Yellowstone is Matt's freeze on his first one. James tapped And so this is an attempt for 2. They've looked at the angle off the yellow on the right and the angle off the red, trying to pop it, get it to the center for 2.
This has got to be flying to jump across that deep.
Whoa! He's got this in his arsenal, Matt Dunstone. And he'll basically stick it. So just the 1 yellow.
1 yellow, yeah. Good try. Great throw. Thanks.
Interesting stat, a wild card team. I know it hasn't been around a long time, but yet to win a Brier title. And you have Gunlickson, you have Dunstone, and you have Gushu.
Yeah.
And you know what? Flip a coin. All 3 of those certainly have an opportunity. You never know in a week like this.
Real opportunity this year for those 3 teams.
Yeah, and then if he taps that, you should have that back at him to lie too, dude.
Yeah, we just
Right?
we can never bounce. Like, what if I'm top 12? What's he doing?
He's throwing this to a quarter stone with probably hack weight to get shot behind.
I held that, but it looks edge of 8's probably max, eh? I think it's something like there.
Yep.
Or do you think edge 8 is close? We're just.
I think it's right there.
I'm thinking same.
Okay.
I'm feeling same as draw button on my throws. Yeah.
Bite the 4, boys.
It's pretty well same
It's
as
the
draw
same
button.
across the sheet.
Yeah, you betcha.
Colton can get at that on the in turn, but it's obviously not going to go very far.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Poppy.
This should get to the center line virtually as it gets to the top of the rings, and then it's going to really curl.
Tight guard.
Really hard line.
Hard then. Line
We're
skip.
guard.
Skip Stones
Hard.
here
We're
in
guard.
4.
Hard chip this one. Hard chip this if you can.
We're not there.
No chip. Yep, keep
Close,
going.
it's close,
really,
Vinny, it's close.
You chip it, it's nice. Hard.
close,
Little bounce is good.
Yeesh.
Wow.
That's the other shot, Flash.
So a blank for Glenn Howard, Team Ontario, 2-1. Brendan Botcher leading in 5.
Worried I'll just end up opening it up. This is gone. This is gone.
Yeah. I mean, if he knows it, could be 2 guards too, right?
Could be. Pops his to the center line. He goes here.
Yeah. I don't mind the draw either. Just a thought.
I hear you.
We call it timeout. Is it too early?
I don't like that.
Okay.
It's either this. It's just it has to be so.
Like I think you get rid of everything except the 6.
It has to go like this. I don't know. Do you get rid of this? No.
Well, I might. The 5 might nick it.
If you think this goes,
If it doesn't, it's not bad, right?
True.
The key is making sure he can't play this hack waiter.
We're just hitting
right on the nose.
If both these are gone, he plays this hack waiter. No, our 2 shots are this freeze here, or running this and getting rid of.
I mean, there maybe
these
is.
2 for sure.
Sorry, that's it. Yeah, I know. I see that one. I'm wondering if.
But that just opens that up. And
Kev, you're never really getting with hack. You're never getting this very far, and this 6 is not going anywhere. I think 6 is always going to be shot. If you're going to do that, you got to throw it harder.
I don't mind.
This gets in there, or this too. Like this puts the heat on him too.
It really does.
yeah, it's just
a really hard shot.
we don't make it perfect. The heat's back on us potentially.
For sure,
is
yeah.
the only thing. I don't
That's where
mind
they
it.
fly. That one they're talking about, the back red that I've circled, will probably stay. They're thinking it might go out. I don't think it will. The problem with this shot,
Like if this 6 doesn't go,
Brian,
it's
is
not very good.
you're probably leaving a couple center guards that Kevin Cooey's just going to go around
Well, it's hitting it on this side.
if he throws a better one than he did last time.
Throw it hard then. Which we need to make sure these guards stay proper for us.
Okay,
Or
let's
they're
play
just
this.
going around
Play
again.
this.
Yeah, that's the call.
I mean, we know it.
A, it's easier,
The edge is really
and
good.
you just really, all these guys know the angles so well, but you
14-5,
just have no guarantee where those
Ideally, we're
5
top
rocks are going to fly.
right there.
Top button.
If we get to
Needs to
here,
be
it's not
4-4-4.
great, but it's not
Top
terrible.
line.
Like T-line, ideally, even
I don't know.
even
I
right
don't know
here.
what we do. I think it's if he makes it, then it's. If we guard, he's got that for 2, right? He just rips out anywhere kind of near the nose.
Needs to be very close, the same as my draw the button. Still.
It is. Yep. Okay, top button. Eh?
Well, sometimes you can fool the other skip. Kevin just plain under through that. No ifs, ands, or buts. So does Flash go, oh, it's a little slower there. You know, and he can easily be a foot or 2 heavy here.
Gotta go there.
Little bit for line.
It's good.
Little bit for line.
Come forward.
So
Nice
Flash
good.
here, his 1st and 4.
Top button, clean.
With Hammer in this fourth end, down by 1.
Line's really
Top
good.
button, boys. Top button. Yep. Hard line. Your line's good.
Yeah, weight's good.
Top button. Clean, clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Sit. Great
Little
shot.
tap,
Really
shot Stone, Team Saskatchewan.
Almost at 2.
Really nice, buddy. I missed it. Did you guys get that one? 14 seconds.
Actually hit the red one a little bit.
Push it, what, another hair? And
Yeah.
they're lying the 2.
Something like this.
Or do we just guard?
Yeah.
Maybe the guard's
No,
call.
but
Give him that run back. Yeah, just guard that.
Flasch has got him
Yeah.
both ways. He can run that back this way. That red goes out that way, and he gets an easy 2 because they're lined up perfectly. Or he can come down and play a soft weight shot, just kick that over a little bit for 3.
What if you go right here, Kev? I guess you don't want to be toying with this, because then if you ever leave this open, it's not
yeah,
good.
you just can't over curl, right?
Let's play your first call there, buddy. Let's freeze her in there.
I think we're just throwing out here.
Yeah? Okay.
I'll see what they like, but I mean the freeze anywhere high is disaster. 4.
Yep. You're right.
Can't move. You can't move that red.
Okay, I love it. Let's do this.
Get it.
Or throw like some weight through a hole with like control, because even if you tick the 5, it's going anywhere.
Oh yeah. It's always going to touch this 5.
Nice rock positioning from Saskatchewan here.
Middle of 12.
You know what I found interesting on that, Russ, is that is probably the longest conversation that John Morris and Kevin Cooey had without input coming from the other end. I don't mean that as a slight, but that is a very different look of this team, and whether that's a conscious decision they've made, but this has been skipping by quorum over the years when we've watched this team. There's been 4 voices. They've struggled with time clocks, and that was 2 people making a decision and him going to the hack to throw it.
And that's so much simpler for the skipper.
And Kathy, you nailed it. How many times have we covered this team? And Kevin's going to throw his last stone in a critical part of the game. No timeouts and what, 15 seconds
left.
Right.
Just a draw, because I got to take the right ice then, right? Just draw, right there.
Yep.
Straight draw.
If we end up being a hair heavy, we can move this a hair, but.
So nothing juicier here, Russ? Just a straight draw for your 2?
I thought he might play the double raise because it looks like it's lined up to hit that top yellow you're looking at. The red goes back off his own, rolls out, and the top yellow stays for a 2. But, you know, you're running multiple rocks from a big distance with a lot of speed. It potentially would be dangerous, but I think he'd get his 2 that way. But this is a different Colton Flasch. Like, he's not afraid to play these anymore.
Well, and that Yellowstone in there was his first drop.
That's right.
So why not, right?
Right.
Mine's good.
Do I get a point for that one? Is that
that's
okay? So Kathy and I have 1. You still have nothing.
Wouldn't be a good point, but it was a point.
Final stone here in 4.
Really good. Yep. Come on, you gotta go. Hard.
He's got 1 in his pocket. Big scrub to get 2 as Schneider jumps, helping the Marsh brothers.
Go.
And they will pull it far enough. So back-to-back lovely draws from Colton Flasch. As Kevin and Daniel Marsh drag it in there as the fans approve. Welcome back to Lethbridge. Draw 1, night 1, Friday night here at the Brier in southern Alberta. Great to have fans in the building. Brian Boudrick, Russ Howard, Kathy Gauthier with you. And a 4-3 advantage for Team Saskatchewan. A pair of deuces, 1 in the second, 1 in the 4th. And Russ for Colton Flasch. That draw weight in his back pocket early.
Is it ever? And whenever you're playing a great player, like in this case, Cooey's playing Flasch, he knows him, but you sit in the locker room and go, well, let's make him do this, or let's make him do that. And he's a legendary hitter, can throw it like as hard as anybody in the world. So you know Cooey's sitting there going, well, I'll just guard it, let him draw. Well, careful what you wish for.
We're shot. Oh, yeah, coming right around it.
Are we straight drawing?
Yep, we're shot, so.
Okay.
You got a good idea?
Same as the other time.
Same as the other side. That's what I thought. Top 4.
I think we got to go, but yeah. Never forget.
Line's good. We got to go wait. Line's great.
Wait, pretty
How
good.
about, boys? Line's really good.
I think I got to go still.
Update time, Ontario, Team Canada, Kathy.
Well, both of those yellow stones, Brendan Botchers. The first was the one biting the 8-foot, and the second, his final stone, is the one that is the more difficult stone for Glenn Howard to outdraw. Needs a bite of the button, facing 2.
Line's good.
Looking for win number 161 all time at the Brier.
That's crazy.
Gushu, by the way, at 151, and his wingman Mark Nichols at 151 as well. How funny is that, all those years, and they both have 151 wins together.
Well, you saw that little wobble coming out. Glenn having troubles with his knee, and I wonder if that's coming up into his head as well. He thinks he threw it less, but
One yellow.
So Botcher, a 3-1 advantage after 5 is a little bit frustrated. They'll chat things over in their sheet of ice with David Mathers, Tim March, and Scott Howard, who did a wonderful job skipping that team at Provincials to earn the spot here.
That was so impressive, and they brought him Adam Spencer, the super spare. He just shows up about once every 4 years. I don't think he even plays, or very little, certainly not competitively, and he just was on standing at third, and Scott was unbelievable to jump into the skip position, do what they did.
Okay.
Fine.
All too patient.
Sure.
I don't mind the hit roll or not.
Board weight, he's saying.
Hit and roll.
On the top on there, is that what he's
Yeah,
calling?
top one, yeah.
I don't mind.
I don't even hate this.
Want to welcome viewers watching now from TSN 5 as you just watched Hamilton beat Ottawa in overtime in CHL action on TSN. As you can see, it's a 4-3 advantage for Team Saskatchewan, led by Colton Flasch over Kevin Cooey.
Like that. You roll here.
Out of Team Alberta, 3 on the board for Cooey in the third, but Flasch a pair of deuces. He made a lovely draw, 2 of them actually, in the last end, in 4 to pick up that pair. Into second stones, and here's John Morris.
Roll weight, John.
Good board.
Clean. Yep. 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 Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Beach.
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 And Kathy, back to you. New Brunswick wild card, Dunstone Grattan.
well, that Yellowstone you see was Matt Dunstone's final, but it took a long time to get by that guard and had a lot of room, and so this is a quiet wait. James trying to chase that stone, tap it back for 2.
Yep. Yeah.
New look team, but you know, Matt Dunstone knocking on the door as he's had a couple of strong Briers. Remember how good he was in Kingston? That bronze in 2020. Continues to get better and better every year.
Attaboy.
And look at that touch. Lovely. Tap it through.
Very nice.
I just think early he struggled sometimes with ice, and that's where Darren Moulding is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, that's a valid point because, you know, we've talked about it forever. You know, they playing a ton of straight ice down in New Brunswick, and with an ice maker at third, it can't hurt.
Darren Moulding was asked by the media in joining this team what the expectation was, and he looked, and the only answer was a very quick and decisive one. We can win this thing.
Yeah.
And that was the answer. So a lot of great storylines this week. It's going to be great.
Oh, he's got to throw this really hard to jump it across.
I think he did.
Yes.
BJ Neufeld. Bang, roll that clipped the yellow. My goodness, even to move it that far. Pretty impressive.
So good.
Okay, buddy.
Ah, shoot, I really had to huck that throw on that turn.
Yeah, that was, you threw pretty good weight.
Yes. Hard.
Did you hear what he said? He said, I had to really throw that hard because of that turn. That turn is the turn that gives you less action. They could have played it with the other turn and got a little more spin, which could have given them more power after contact.
Catlin, great numbers with his hits. Get it. And he just clips it. Can't get it to move off the 4.
Oh.
Sorry, boys.
All good.
Can't just came that across the center. Just a hair more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
It's okay though, because
I mean, what's he gonna do?
we open this right up a bit more, or even big roll.
Not great. Your dad knows it's a hard double. He might.
Yep.
He can probably make it.
I think we noticed it all day. I like that a lot.
Really hard.
Any kind of roll in is
Yeah.
gimme, or else you just go here.
Oh, that tight rock of his is trouble with another one in the rings.
For top 8, it's not bad.
Whatever you like. Beej, what are you saying?
What do you like, buddy?
First thought was the nose over here. But if you hate it, I'm okay with the draw too.
Kevin's concern is hitting and sitting 2 is never wrong when you have last stone, but it's going to set up a double unless they hit and stay almost on the edge, and that you just know what's going to happen. You're going to roll out. I like this caller. 1 down. They want to press it a little bit, try to get that
Maybe a
2.
little tight.
Line only.
I think line's good.
Well,
Almost T-line, almost T-line.
well then,
It's coming down. It's not
line's
bad.
good. Whoa. Not right beside it.
Rate's
Higher
really,
the better.
rate's close. Top 4.
Okay, let it stop then.
Top four, top 4.
Line's great.
I don't know what to do with this.
Let it stop.
trouble.
Let it stop.
no,
Let
no.
it stop. Stop. No, John.
Okay. Not bad. Try Beej.
Not bad at all. They didn't want it behind the tee line, but it's a tough red double.
And even if you stick it.
9-5, guys. 9-5. I like
Well,
that.
Kathy, there's 12 men making their Brier debuts, including this team out of Newfoundland and Labrador, as we check in again on Young and Scoffin.
Well, Scoffin chasing so much in this end. On his final stone, he just ticked a Newfoundland Labrador stone, and so this presents an opportunity for 5. He's elected to try to hit the stone that's sort of edge to edge from the hack.
Oh, wow. Then the catcher, but could have been a lot more scores. The 3. Kathy, could he maybe played the run back on his own redstone?
I actually like that a little bit better. He's thrown great control weight this game, and you could see nose completely, and you tap that stone back 3 feet and you get your 5.
Soaking it all in, and you saw the youngster on the bench. That's Nicholas Codner. He's 15. He's the alternate for Newfoundland and Labrador.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness, what a run back shot, and stick it to boot. Unbelievable. What a shot, right on the button.
We touched on it on our keys, didn't we? Tolerance short for this Saskatchewan team to give this guy that type of opportunities. How good was that? Not only sticks the thin double, that would have been tough not raising the yellow one, but he kept the guard out there. Cooey's in trouble.
Unless he thinks he can make the hole.
If you weren't trying the hole, what would you be trying? The yellow run?
This is when you're sitting there going, why'd we trade that guy?
For us, but at least it's not a steal.
Well, you knew he'd
I
have
think
the
he
eye
might
of
be
the
able to
tiger
shot
for this
it.
game. You just knew it, right?
Boy, this is a tricky situation because that yellow one out front's scary for.
Because I think either
Cooey.
run is like.
I think you draw one in there.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the problem is if I rub anything, it's disaster, right? You agree?
I agree. I don't like the hole. I don't love the run because it's, even if you make it, it's still.
It's going to be hard for him to take. Well, if I make this good.
What's our best shot to score a point? Probably the double PO almost, right?
Run the red.
Run the
We
red.
were thinking this. And get that. Are you thinking this out-turn draw at all? Is that what you're thinking?
I
Yeah.
think you might be able to get shot if.
I mean, I don't hate it just because it kind of accomplishes the same thing. Even if you're like here, it's good.
If Kev makes that and he goes here, it's still a tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like.
No.
Or do I can I just get one in here off this?
Yeah, maybe. I don't love that though. I'd rather play the draw than that.
Okay, I don't hate the draw. It's just I might.
It's not bad if you're half
I
open.
think you either
too,
got to
know?
get
All right, we're
shot,
gonna draw.
or else not. Or
why
else
not?
still leave
Kind
the
of
hole.
accomplishes the same.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Middle of 12s.
Yeah, I like that, buddy.
So many options. You could run your own, and that would be the best shot. If you made it perfect, you miss it, you're in big trouble. You can make that double, and that opens everything up, and you probably score. Or they're going to actually try to come down here and sit one in top. They'd love to be shot rock, but chances are it's going to stop in here. But that kind of accomplishes a couple things, because then they're only looking at one when he goes to throw his last shot, and he might have some type of shot for a two. I don't know whether he could get shot rock here, though. Ryan, that's got to over curl.
Just line.
I liked it. I liked it.
Just line.
So you see the numbers.
Line's
Could
good.
use a big one here. The out-turn draw on the way from Kevin Cooey.
BJ,
way
get him
heavy.
going,
No, no.
BJ.
It's really heavy.
No.
Come on.
Leg the stick for a second. Give her hard. Come on.
And just doesn't have the feel yet here.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, let's get right here, Flash. This is good.
He was light a couple ends ago
With the first rock, and that was the same stone unless he switched them up. So, yeah, not sharp.
Yeah, I mean, you get here, it's pretty good.
Very good, yeah.
He's got to play that against 3.
Middle.
Middle, okay. It comes in pretty good at the end, hey?
I was going to say, it's not quite as quick
What
as
a
this.
turnaround by Colton Flash, though.
Unbelievable shot. I mean,
If he,
Ideally,
if
boys,
he
we're
punches
full
it through the
forward.
hole, Cooey's drawn for 3.
Okay,
Now Cooey
if you're higher,
probably
just
won't
get it.
score.
They're frozen, you can nut it.
Yes.
And just impressive too. You know, he skipped before, but
Yeah.
listen, on the Brier on the big stage, and it's on your shoulders.
How true.
But he did say before the game that he really does believe that this is his
Line's good,
position.
where are we?
And he talked about when he skipped before. He said, I obviously played well enough because that's when Cooey made me the offer to join the team. But he does feel that, you know, sometimes when you get cut, good things happen, and he feels that it's forced him to go back to a position that he's the best at.
Line's good. Right here, boys. Right here.
Trying to lock one in here with his second.
Come on, go. Every inch. Come on,
And
go,
he
go,
is
go.
putting
Get
the
him by
pressure on the 4-time
Good job.
Brier champ and former teammate in Kevin Cooey.
And he's doing it well, other than that unbelievable run double. It's all been soft shots, and then that's I think that's fooled Kevin Cooey.
We're going to tap the red. One time.
What's he doing?
Tapping the red with the out turn.
I'm surprised he's not just drawing the in turn for
Give us
up
a one.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow. So they're going to play right in the center line. As I mentioned at the start of the show, gets a little wide here. It's not going to curl quickly. If he gets a little tight, it's gone. He's going to try to cross that red one, raise the red one to the button, withdraw weight. The problem with this is, A, his speed's been off, but your line has to be precise.
Your back line, I think that's close.
I think you heard BJ say backline weight. Is that close, Russ?
Yes, it is, because you're better to be here heavy here and run into a yellow one. But this could be 6-3 here in a hurry.
This is way wide.
And this is on the right side of center line, Russ. We're right behind it in our broadcast booth position.
Hard, Ben!
Ben Heber on the brushes. This is now curling.
Yep.
How far can they drive this in? And they'll limit the damage to 2. That fooled them, though, I believe, Russ.
Yes, it really did, because you heard Ben say it's wide. He almost gave up on it, overcurled.
Right. So momentum certainly to Team Saskatchewan and Colton Flasch of the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon as they have the lead, 6-3 through 5.
The Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada, by BKT Tires and OK Tire, by Home Hardware, Here's How, and by Sponge Towels, made for real-life messes.
And a chat after 5. There you see alternate Pat Simmons, who's got a great Brier championship pedigree. Coach Jamie Schneider there as well. As we go back to the 5th end, and this was a great shot.
Unbelievable shot. If he misses this shot, Cooey's getting 2 or 3 all day. Look at this. Straight back, feather thin double. Not only sticks it, but leaves the guard.
Nice shot.
Nice shot indeed. As Colton Flasch, the 31-year-old, sticks it. And that set up a steal of 2. So what stands out to you after 5?
Well, it's just been a couple of shots. Both teams are close. Schneider made 2 great shots in the second end, but the second one he hit and rolled behind the rock he'd made the first time, and the skipper made the right to the button twice with both the Flash's shots. The shot that he maybe wasn't making when he played with Cooey, he's making it today.
And there you see the numbers. That is not Kevin Cooey-like at 63%. However, down by 3, a lot of curling to come, 5 ends. As he's in his home province trying to battle back as Cooey and company trying to chase down title number 5 for the skipper. Well, a massive congratulations to Team Gushue winning bronze for our country in Beijing. Obviously, the circumstances were tough. They did Canada very proud, and they are back here as Team Wildcard. Of course, the gold medal with you back in 2006, and what an impressive team. 3 Brier championships as well, and they are back as it's weird saying Brad Gushue Team Wildcard, right? But he'll take it, right? Taking on Mike Fournier, who is back as well out of Team Quebec, 4-4 in the bubble in Calgary. Gushue 8-4, and that'll be our action tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern Time right here on TSN as we focus over on Pool B, and there is Team Fournier as well, as he actually had some good momentum in Calgary in the bubble, some strong games, and you can't, I mean, you've done it, Russ. You look at the schedule, and you can't, there's no easy ones anymore out there.
No, it's not. And in this format, only 3 teams getting out of your pool. You've got to win the right ones, or or lose the right ones, because if you're, if somebody's ahead of you, you've got to beat them to get past it, and you've already lost them. It's so tough with only 3 like this. Look at these 8 teams out here right now. Only 3 are going to make it.
Really close to end.
And it's a couple good teams are going home early.
And that just really makes us, too, for viewers not maybe familiar with the system, you want to be first, too. If you're first in your group, it's huge.
Yeah, no kidding. Otherwise, you're crossing over playing a great team, and it's a sudden death game.
So you finish first in your group, and basically it's like the 1-2 game. You'll get a second life.
Hard early, Beach. Hard early.
Even them up.
Even them up.
Even them up.
No higher.
Wait's close. Go, 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 go. Johnny, help him.
Can't be higher.
Get some speed going.
Keep going, Beach. Keep going.
Yep.
Keep going.
That's good. That's good.
Good speed, boys.
Boy, Benny.
There's 4 perfect rocks, and you watch the 5 rock rule. The team without hammering up 3, they're going to go down the middle here, but not leave guards. So there's 2 in the center line right where you want them, and Hebert absolutely perfect on both corners.
Okay, max right now, but close.
Yeah. 3. Well then. Close for the line.
Pretty good.
3. Line's good.
They're on its own.
It's an over curl. Oh, gotta go. Get it tight. Gotta go. Hard cap. Get it tight. Really gotta go.
Oh, that's really hooking. They'd like to leave it on this side of the center line, but it's not
really
going to.
Okay.
Why don't we hit that early?
Well, you almost make the double by doing that. I think it's close.
They'd be able to make them with control. Just make the roll.
Controlling.
You know, it's a pretty incredible resume when you look at John Morris over the years, the 2 Canadian juniors, the Brier championships, the world titles, the Olympic gold, then another gold in mixed doubles. And I know not the Olympics that he wanted in Beijing. But what a career when you look at what he's accomplished over the years.
You could argue he know he skips, so he doesn't get quite as much love, but he could argue he's the best curler that's ever come out of this country. The passion. I played Earl, his father, in a bonspiel in Ottawa. John spared for Earl. He was 12 years old. And he was running around and banging his broom and giving high fives, and the energy, and it's never changed. Never changed.
And now Jack and Zoe, his youngsters now, the next generation.
Okay, we can wait. Top 4. Got a lot of room. Top 4.
Go ahead, Dan.
Always
Go,
Dan.
Dan. Go, Dan. Go. I got you for weight.
Go, Dan.
Hard,
hard, Dan. Hard, Dan.
Go.
Keep going. You got a good one. Keep going. You got a good one. Keep going.
All right, Kathy, Grattan Dunstone once again in a tight contest in the 6th.
Well, Matt was set up for 3. He played a tap to lie 3 after his first, but on his final, James Grattan made a very nice double. And so it is the shot stone that belongs to James that Matt is chasing, but a nose hit will give him 2.
Clean. 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 Yep. Low.
Dunstone 71% on hits. Playing with Braden Moskowy, Kirk Myers, Dustin Kidby. Can they move it enough? And they will. So it's 1-2. And how about that back one?
Yeah, I'm guessing 3.
I'm guessing 3 too.
Well, I was careful this time, Kathy, but it's kicked away pretty quick.
Atta baby. That's curling your stone.
Mine's good.
So it's just the 2, I'm being told. So a 4-3 lead after 6.
Right, boys.
I think it might be 3.
think it might
just
be
from the
3.
reaction.
Okay, I thought so too, but
Because they work so hard to not jam and roll that stone out.
we will confirm for you.
Get her in the good stuff, and they'll run nice.
And then I have to take that negative back now, and I'm back to 0.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
It is 3.
It is 3.
Is it
Thank you,
3?
Kathy. So it is 3 on the board.
So 0 for 1 for.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead,
So
go ahead.
5-3, Team
Easy.
Wildcard Dunstone over New Brunswick. 5-3 is the score.
Go ahead.
Top 12.
Mine's good.
Top 12.
What a shot. To
Top
make
12.
that doubles one thing, but they sliver it by that New Brunswick rock to get the 3.
Hard.
So you couldn't touch it at all.
Get it there.
Top 12.
Go, go, go.
Pretty good, okay. Spot.
And you have to think, too, this Saskatchewan team
Just enough to get
picking it up for Colton Flasch, knowing he's taking on Kevin Cooey, home province, opener at the Brier, you know.
Yeah.
There's always that little extra sizzle, isn't there?
No question.
Back 4.
And again, I kind of labeled this the toughest pool. You've still got to play Dunstone, you've got to play Howard, you've got to play Team Canada. You know, every win counts. So to knock off Cooey, not that this is over by any stretch of the imagination, but that would be a wonderful start.
Weight's good.
A little heavy, a little heavy. Back ring.
Really close.
Wide only.
No. Whoa.
Back 4, back 8.
Clean, yep.
Back 8.
Yes.
Oh, that started to hook.
Hard, Ben.
Hard, buddy.
Hard.
Hard to get it by.
Hard, right up.
Trying to hold it, and they can't. The little rub. And it'll settle behind the corner guard.
There isn't a pop open.
Okay.
John was yelling heavy, and it ended up just about right. And I think that changed the line call. Kevin thought because it's heavy, it's not going to curl.
Just have to hit her a bit earlier. We had her.
Try, buddy.
I only have I have a thin half. Not even.
Well, that's enough.
Okay. Still not great though, because
No,
I'm being
it's
wide
not.
open.
I don't know what else to do.
As I thin it.
It's 4th shot. Yeah, you got to hit that so thin though to not.
All right, update time. Botcher, Team Canada, and Glenn Howard, who has made 11 Brier final appearances in his career, 4 wins all time.
And an opportunity, Brian, to tie this game and score 2. He played a draw on his first one, and that is the shot stone. And Brendan Botcher trying to pick it through a hole on his final stone, flashed by the outside, did not make contact. And so already lying 1, this is a draw for 2.
Okay, let me just take a peek from the axe, see what I have again.
Ideally, you got to hit half.
Is there? Do we ever hit roll under? Like.
Good scrub this end, boys.
So nice weight from the 59-year-old as Howard finds top button. You can't not respect the compete and the will. And your brother said it many times. I'm not getting on the plane if I don't think I can win.
Exactly.
Hey.
He just loves the sport.
What can
and
I
he's
hit?
playing well, and the scary part is the other 3 guys are getting better. The young guys, they're all the time. They played well with Wayne Madaw last year, and they played, you know, to beat John Epping and win the province without Glenn. They're going to scare a lot of teams this week.
Well, they got Team Canada in a 3-3 tie, so a good matchup. Actually, some good close games across the board.
Whoa!
Bit of a stumble from Caitlin Schneider out of the hack. Nothing to it yet. And moves the stones off the back 4. You could just see in his release, it just didn't look crisp right out of his hand.
That's how true. Just backed it up.
I mean, wasn't it?
He can oversteer them on ice like this. These rocks, these blue hone inserts, they run so straight with any speed. So he lost his balance. He's a little tight. He redirected a little outward motion. It just hasn't got time to come back. Maybe try too hard for the double there, Brian. Maybe just softer weight, hit and roll into the pile, leave a bunch of yellow in there.
Yeah, we're all there.
Line's good, Benny.
Line's good.
Max weight, max weight.
Well then.
Really good opportunity here for Cooey.
Line's good.
One in a good spot, a chance to go around the corner and backing.
Freeze it.
Okay,
You got room.
This'll hook.
Easy, easy,
Doesn't
easy,
need a
easy,
curl.
easy,
Doesn't
easy.
need a curl.
They said max weight early on,
Nice, Peach.
and that will dig and stop. So Alberta, line 2 here with hammer and 6.
Good shot, Peach. They just make this, don't we?
Yeah, it's hard to stick it perfectly.
I think it rolls over here with the shooter. It's pretty good.
I just truly think you get under. Like
I don't think I can get under. I really don't.
Nose is pretty good. Makes them play it, right? And it's closer to the guard.
I think I'm always making contact on this.
So it's a guaranteed deuce though. It's fine.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, if I roll over,
even if you stuff it, they're playing this, and then it's.
Oh, it's got to make it.
Yeah.
I like dead stuffing it, just like this, and keep the shooter there with like control.
Okay, sure. Think you need a little less than control than stuff it and stay there, like heavy, like board even. Heavy board. Like you roll too far with control.
Once again, Saskatchewan's put a couple rocks in good spots. Most players would play a soft weight hit on the red one on the intern side. Flasch is going to run this back. If he sticks it, if he makes it perfect, he's got Cooey in trouble again, and it's all because they had one in the right spot early.
Control.
Has to get pretty close to the other yellow guard, though, I think, Brian.
Really hit it as thick as we can.
Yeah, as thick as you can.
Then you're doing this, Flash. You got to hit it thinner, or higher.
Stress the line on I want to hit 7/8, 3/4.
Okay, where do you want the broom?
Control. Yeah. Weight's good. Control.
Oh, weight off.
Weight's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Close, yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
Weight's good.
Whoa, off.
Whoa.
Curl, it's got to curl.
Weight's good.
Really got to curl. Come on.
The slash,
hard.
and they'll pick the red, spinning,
Right
and
up.
a little bit more,
Okay, Flash.
and they will get it to go.
Again, curling into the center just doesn't go. Yeah, you heard him say
Good weight,
straight.
too. Yeah, it just did nothing.
Okay, good throw.
Thought that would come up with
I
that
thought
way.
it would too. Yeah, I agree.
And we welcome in viewers watching Sports Center on TSN 4. Brian Mudrick, Russ Howard, Kathy Gauthier with you. Night 1, draw 1. Tim Hortons, Brier, and Lethbridge. And there you see the scoreboard. It is Team Saskatchewan leading 6-3. That steal of 2 and 5 certainly stands out. But Kevin Cooey with the Redstones and hammer here in 6. An opportunity to try strike back.
Anywhere he goes here, we should have a chase.
And even if I make that.
If you go
it's an
here, he
easy-
probably freezes, right?
And he's throwing this. I want him throwing anything but that shot.
Sure.
Right?
Freeze on
He's
freeze
learning.
right on our red's not bad. And that speed is you threw this shot.
Because if he
couple
throws weight, this chicken, yeah.
Okay, you got her, buddy.
Such a good skip. You know, Colton through the out turn, as we're looking at it now from the left, curving into the button, made it perfect twice.
You like this, Kev? You like this?
So why give him that
Top
shot?
I mean, even if I make a good out
Top
turn,
four,
he's thrown
Benny.
this out turn freeze
Yeah,
a
that's what I
million
said.
times.
You said the same thing.
Okay, I just got to get my. It's the same as draw.
Yep. You betcha.
Same as. It's about where I had you, Beej, or is that a little less?
Look how much ice they're taking here. We talked to that it being a little high in the middle. It's going to run the center line for a while, but they're still taking 5 feet.
You know, the one thing Kevin talked about, too, earlier today, he's always got that poker face. You don't know if he's just made a pistol shot or given up for. But he said, make no mistake, there'll be excitement in the belly just hearing fans. If I can make a good shot, get the crowd going behind me. And you can see in the playdowns at Provincials, obviously, they didn't give up a lot. And in game number 1 here, obviously, Flasch has been able to steal a few.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
Line's good.
Gotta
Doesn't
go.
need a curl. Doesn't need a curl.
So Skip Stone's here in 6. First from Kevin Cooey, and you heard him, B second shot, and they will. So Alberta lagging 2 with Hammer here in 6.
Good scrub, Beach.
So we talk about the path to get here out of the Alberta Playdowns, beating Carson Sturmey. Wasn't really close there. Jeremy Hardy, and then Ted Appelman, who we've heard many times before, always knocking on the door and has battled hard. And another appearance for Kevin Cooey, which is pretty impressive. We talked about the resume and the wins, the appearances, trying to wrap up that elusive 5th title here in his home province.
Yeah, that was 15
and as a skip,
Kevin.
never
Yeah,
mind. Only Randy Furby has 6, 4 of them as a skip, so he's already in some elite company.
Oh, no kidding. Good shot, but maybe not. It's buried. They are sitting 2, but it overcurled enough that if this is perfect, Flasch can take away both those reds with a perfect freebie.
Well, his draw weight has been spectacular at key moments, and not just, it's not even, if, it's when. It's the when, doing it at the right time.
Right. Boy, this has to slow down though, Brian. If it ever bounces off, it could be 3.
Oh, no.
Can't.
Stay close.
No,
Can you go around it?
Well,
yep.
No, it's heavy. It's too heavy.
Go. And one of the first misses we've seen from Colton Flasch. I think it
Third, I think. Or second.
dug in for second shot.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, we got to play it. If I touch that, I touch that.
You betcha.
And for the Saskatchewan Playdowns, the 12-team triple knockout. And that certainly stands out to a familiar name in the championship final versus Matt Dunstone, 6-4. And Kathy, what he talked about, just the pride of winning the province, not needing that wild card spot and coming through and earning his way here.
Well, I did ask him, we talk about wild cards. You just want to be here. There's no question about it. But for Colton, he said the pride of winning your province and wearing the green. The fact that Matt Dunstone's out there wearing blue, that's an edge that he has this entire week.
Yeah, I think you could probably take a sliver more if you want.
I'll just get out to it. It's just the way it's set.
Again.
5 more feet.
So tough. He throws this 3 feet heavier than he wants to. It won't even touch it. Can't wreck on his own. If he does, he probably gets 2, but he needs that 3 to get back in this game. It's all a line shot. Johnny's got to be careful this doesn't break early.
Clean.
Whoa. So final Stone here in 6.
Get ready.
Clean.
Hard.
Yep.
Come on, Beach.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean, and now off. You hear John Morris in the house calling line and wait.
Let's go. Let's go.
Trying to come back to that yellow little tap. That is perfection.
3.
A perfect tap and 3 for Alberta, and there's your answer.
Playing call, Johnny.
As the crowd approves, a 6-6 tie in our feature here at Lethbridge.
Good job, Jeff. Nice shot. Great throw, buddy.
18 teams competing from right across Canada, 14 member provinces and territories. You got Team Canada, you got 3 wildcard teams, and you got our opening night here at the Tim Hortons Brier. Alberta, by the way, leads the way all time with 29 championship tankard wins. Manitoba second with 27. And we got a 6-6 tie in our feature. Saskatchewan, Alberta. And a nice bounce back end. And that was a touch shot from Kevin Cooey. We didn't see vintage Cooey yet. And maybe we're starting to see it now with that nice touch for 3, Russ.
Oh, that was an unbelievable shot. Just to guess where to put the broom. And it was all up to John Morris to decide how much that was going to hog line in. And it really did curl, but he had that figured out. Perfect speed.
Hate that little runner.
Those are the team shots. Ben had to talk about the weight all the way down. BJ kept the line. Really good throw.
Hey,
You're making those 30% of the time. That was tough.
Little light.
No, I think it's good.
Little light.
Okay, hard
Top
line.
floor.
Hard line.
Whoa.
Gotta go for weight.
Line's good.
Clean.
Line's good. Room.
Hard
Have to
line.
go for weight.
Line's good.
Hard line.
Hard,
Whoa.
ready, hard.
Whoa.
Beach.
No.
Go to move it.
Hard.
Move it.
Hard. Oh.
Good shot, Johnny.
Shot, Johnny.
Good job, guys.
Beauty. Top 4 weight.
Is there anything we can
All right, let's
block?
check in on our friend Kathy Gauthier, who's checking in on sheet A, Grattan Dunstone.
Well, an opportunity for two. Both skips giving each other a little bit of opportunity. James hit and rolled open on his first, and Matt was trying to hit and roll under the guard, and he stuck it in the open, and so it is open. An opportunity for two.
Just keep going. Keep going.
And what a
You're
showing
okay.
for New Brunswick and Andrea Crawford at the Scotties. And I know New Brunswick has never won a Brier title. Nice shot there as Grattan ties it up at 5, but that was a special run for Andrea.
They were so good, and they're close to going even farther. Very impressive.
Normal.
Blew everything out of there. Such a weapon nowadays. You know, these stones don't curl much, so you can get away with a slight error early in an end, and you can blow it up later. And now a wonderful chance for a blank end here for Saskatchewan, going to the all-important 8th. That was a big shot.
Thanks, Johnny. Control. Take control.
There you see Newfoundland Labrador, a 5-3 lead as Nathan Young has the advantage there, and a 3-3 tie as Glenn Howard and Team Canada Botcher. And Botcher, though, that critical hammer, tied up at 3 and 8.
Almost normal. Clean. Clean it. Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Hard. Yep. Yep. Right to it. Good.
For us, we talked about obviously the skip position, Colton Flasch, and obviously excited to represent Saskatchewan. He skips the team. They're here. I just want your honest opinion. Are skips born or are they made? And what I mean by that is, like, it's not for everybody.
No.
And so how do you see that?
Yeah, that's a. I'm on the fence on that one. You know, obviously you can train to get better and better. Brad Gushu, I think he went 1 in 10 in his first Canadian junior. Now he was probably 13 or 14. But you know, he slowly got better and better and better. You know, he had so many opportunities coming out of that province, and he became one of the best. But yeah, you're right. The Cooies, you know, the Furbies, they had that. Well, it wasn't Furby, it was another one. But they had that intangible. They weren't afraid of anything. And yeah, I don't know whether you can teach that.
Because you want to throw that final rock.
Yeah.
You have to want that, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. And Colton Flasch seems to. You know, I kind of labeled him as a front end player because that's what you watched for most of the years. But he's got that in him. There's no question about it.
He won his Canadian junior title as a front end player as well.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Kathy?
You know what? It's interesting because I think that what Russ is talking about is not the shot. It is that intestinal fortitude that says, I want that pressure. I always think back to Jennifer in the shot in 05 that I was fortunate to be a part of. And her thought process in the hack that day was, I've waited my whole life to have an opportunity for this. Most people would be thinking, oh my gosh, you know, it's to win, it's to go to the World. And really good skips that are made to throw last rock, just savor the opportunity to make a game-winning shot or to stop another team. That shot that Colton Flasch made in 10 in the Saskatchewan final, the corner freeze, Russ.
Oh, exactly. He had no choice. He had to put it. He had about 2 inches of window there, and he made it.
And that's, to me, what is about a skip. And I don't think that you can make somebody into that. You either are or you're not.
Yeah, how true. So true.
BJ's in.
That famous shot that Jennifer made, is that the one you were directionally brushing in the wrong direction?
Yeah, had I only known how I was trying to hurt our chances, I might have stopped.
Oh, man.
Things we know now.
That's why you built the wall. Now I understand, Kathy. What a wonderful shot, and we want to send the best of luck to our Paralympic team, ready to compete in Beijing. And obviously the time change is tough, but we'll be supporting them. 1:35 a.m. Eastern time, Saturday, March the 5th is the opener versus China, and then at 6:35 a.m. it'll be Switzerland. So we send all the best to Team Canada. Bring home that gold.
And what a wonderful experience. Ina Forrest, a flag bearer at the opening ceremonies, not only having a curler, but Paralympic curler as a flag bearer. What a wonderful tribute to our sport.
That's a great team, too.
Oh.
Control.
Yep.
Control.
Yes.
Hard, Dan. You got to go. Control.
Hard.
Control.
Keep going.
Whoa. It's good.
Okay. Good.
Nice. Shot.
All over.
All good.
Make it. Yeah.
Ideally, you throw board. Board.
Yeah, I like the outs.
Can you throw? What kind of weight? Like board or control?
Board weight.
Russ, why does the weight matter here?
Well, you want to get, they're actually trying to roll and freeze to that red one. So they have to be on the inside of the freeze. So you have to get the angle right. So it looks like it's about half, a thin half. So if he throws it too hard, it'll hit thick and go across the top. So it's almost like a draw shot from after contact. So you have to throw the right speed to do that. Wow, this isn't even close.
No. Whoa, that's good. That's good. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it.
Okay, not bad.
So they wanted to roll in front of their red.
Yeah,
they were
yeah, exactly. They wanted to roll over, corner froze and then make this this run back up, maybe a jam opportunity. I think he just overthrew that.
Really hard.
So now pretty easy blank here for Flasch here in 7.
Might have to go out turn. Everybody wants to play outside in on these blanks because you've got less distance to roll. But if he does that, his yellow one might run into that red one. So he'll go out turn in this case and roll to our right. A little more room to roll, but a guy like this is not worried about. He can probably throw it hard enough to get it out of there.
He'll probably roll it to sheet D.
Right, through the carpet.
So final stone here in 7
Oh,
for Colton Flasch.
Clean it.
And it's nice to hear that clean when it's quiet for a few seconds, isn't it? So away it goes in a tie game. Saskatchewan Flasch with hammer when we come back to Lethbridge.
Overall, it was a great experience. Anytime you get a chance to go to the Olympics, it's pretty awesome. And we had a great time, great experience, and to come away with a bronze medal and be one of 3 teams to stand on the podium, we're pretty proud of it.
I think for us it's a great start because, I mean, we had a really close game with Brad at the Brier last year. We've played them a ton of times. We know them. They're one of the top teams in the world. But if you're going to catch them and they might be a little tired and they might be a little off their game, this might be the time.
It really is such a beautiful trophy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That tankard. So that's the action tomorrow. We'll focus on Pool B in the afternoon. Mike Fournier, Quebec. Brad Gushu, Team Wildcard at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on TSN. And hearing Brad talk about that Olympic experience, they gutted it out. They beat the United States, winning that bronze medal. And to me, the emotion with him and Mark, and you know them well, you played with them, really stands out to me because, as we talked about, you know, a lot of these teams, you wonder if there's changes looming right across the board, and the emotion to me really stood out for those 2.
Yeah, that was kind of telling there too, because and 16 years to get back to the Olympics, and they left it on the line and missed by a whisker against Dean to get to the gold medal game and bounce back, and that is the toughest game in the world to play, and they were great.
So looking forward to that matchup, and we got a good one here in this 8th end in a 6-6 tie. It is Saskatchewan, the Yellow Rocks with hammer. And second stone's on the way. This from Kevin Marsh.
Whoa. No. Clean.
Good.
Kathy, who's got momentum in our feature game right now?
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, if you look at who's got hammer, it's Saskatchewan, but it feels like Alberta has turned the corner.
Yeah, I'd agree, Kath. And it sure feels like Saskatchewan's been the better team, but they're tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're almost expecting that Cooey's going to pull one out here. It's just...
Well, just because when he scores threes. And at this point in the game, that could be fatal.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Get it by, line these up.
Get by it. Come on. You're going to sweep it to curl.
Up.
Sweep it to curl.
No. Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Good.
Good shot, John.
Okay.
Good scrub, guys. That was a little less there.
Yeah. Try.
So blanks across the board on sheet A, B, and C. Newfoundland, Labrador, Team Canada, and Wildcard 2 with hammer. And obviously that's critical, as Nathan Young looks pretty good to pick up win number 1 in his first Brier appearance.
Can you imagine what a great start that would be?
Well, and he's not playing like a rookie. They're playing confidence. It's interesting because I don't know this young man, but in watching his mannerisms, how he calls, how he carries himself, it's a mini Brad Gushue. He's very, very similar on many fronts, and he calls a very, very smart game.
Not a bad guy to emulate, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty good start, isn't it? Nice to see another good team coming out of the Rock, too. That's wonderful. Brad might not like it, but in a few years.
Yeah. Love it.
And tough, though, too, right? All those years, if Brad Gushue is, you know, not Team Canada. I mean, you got to go through a formidable opponent to get out of
I think that's good.
Newfoundland, Labrador.
Didn't quite get the result they wanted there, Team Saskatchewan. A nice the staggered guards is the key here for Cooey. It's a tough yellow raise run back, and you're running in the wrong color if you're Saskatchewan. It's a really good opportunity to potentially steal here.
Yes, even if you bounce it, Benny.
Bounce it a little.
Bounce it here.
Okay.
Shot, Beach.
Good shot, Beach.
Good sweep.
Hard to save that rock, eh?
Yeah, 100%.
Make some noise here. Turn you want.
Intern.
And they're going to give it a go here. Yellow, hit it right there, I believe. Go yellow, red into the pile of reds. Get at least one of them, they're hoping. This could end up badly, though, too. You can end up nosing this and leaving a dangerous guard.
Catlin Schneider, big weight. And he'll pick two reds. Shooter rolls out to the wings.
Shot.
Good shot.
And that was a nice crisp throw that time for Catlin.
Catlin's had a great game. He's made some really big shots to change the end around just like that. He throws that the wrong way. They're not scoring. And now they've got that. So Cooey guards this. They've got the short run back. So it's difficult for Kevin to be aggressive here.
If we guard, we go pretty tight. If he does play the angle, then we got a relatively short run back at him.
First thought was just to throw a guard just touching the center line, 2/3.
I just don't think you want to, because he's fine playing this yellow because it opens up his draw too, right?
Yeah.
So I just think you want to be real tight.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's not going to miss that.
Yeah, 2/3 tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good call, Beach. Good call.
Hey, Monday. You can say whatever you want. What's up, boys?
It's 2/3 tight.
Okay.
Bite the center line.
Yeah. Sore up.
I didn't quite catch what BJ said, but I think what they're trying to do, the logic here is throw the guard, not too tight, bait Saskatchewan into playing the angle raise. If the angle raise is made properly, it's only in the 12 foot. Then there's really technically two guards. Cooey can loop around those two guards, maybe steal one.
Line's a little tight, hard if you can.
A little bit late. 2/3. 2/3
here.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
It's right there, Kev. A little higher than that.
Okay,
A
whoa.
little higher than that. Just don't want it to. No, it's got to stop. Sit. Okay.
It's good.
All right.
Spot. You can't make this.
You can make it, can't you? No?
Huh?
If you hit it 3/4 high, no?
Oh, you just want to make 4?
That too is good. Just they have 1/3 of this rock, right? Anywhere I go, they're just going to intern tap it.
Yeah.
I don't
Leaves the
mind
shooter
that.
open, though, is the only thing, right?
Can I?
Timeout.
So timeout is being called
hit
by
it,
Team
then it's like-
Saskatchewan. The
if I
alternate
just
is
miss
Pat
that
Simmons,
score.
coach
It's
is
gonna go
Jamie
by us,
Schneider.
I think, all day. It's always going by. Yeah. I think you're either playing this, and then it's the shortest little run back for Kevin, or you're playing this. Well, okay, we just want to score here too, right? Now, right?
2 shots or in-turn or out-turn draw, or try to nut this, or like nut it and.
What about hitting the red at that? Can you tick the yellow one in?
Tick the yellow
Like
one.
this?
Oh, like that. Yeah, you definitely can. It's always coming straight back.
It's pretty touchy, but it's there.
I mean, we have to leave ourselves a shot for one.
Yeah, we don't have to get
right?
too crazy here, right?
Then if we're doing that, we may as well just peel that way.
Well, that's what.
Yeah. And then maybe this.
I don't hate this.
No, but you do have a chance at getting this one and pushing it in. It changes it completely.
I don't hate this. Like, even if you're a little thin and it rolls over here, it's pretty good.
With what? Sorry, you're not hitting this.
Not
Still needs him to be able to put one here.
I know,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Well,
I mean,
ideally you
those
nut
are-
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Those are certainly the options, right?
I kind of like.
I mean,
what if I outturn
guess
to the full 4? Can they play something on this intern?
I don't like. I don't like. They'll
Yeah,
never
what do
get
you like?
shot. We got to
well,
get.
and those are the options. I mean, if you're going for 2, you got to draw, and
We
then
want
you still
2. We
have
got to
the
go
yellow.
here. What do you do? We just want to score.
You got to decide. Are you still trying to get out of it or going for 2?
Yeah.
If you like, you've always felt the draw. I'm okay with it if you really like it.
We've seen it. It's 100. You're the one shooting it.
Sure, let's play. I mean, you always still have this yellow.
Okay.
Right? If I make this.
Let's play it.
How much do they have of this? Like, they're always going to intern tap, but.
I like what Schneider said. Are we going for 2? Or are we trying to blow it up and give her a chance to score? Scoring 1 here is not horrible. That's not what they want at the start of the end. But you've got to rethink the options here. I kind of like opening it up, Brian. There's only 3 rocks left. You don't make that come around really good.
A little less.
Yeah, a little
you
less.
can't give up a steal. That's the only thing we all know.
Less.
1/3.
That's Catlin's father, Jamie, the coach, who skipped Saskatchewan of the 1990 Brier in Sault Ste. Marie.
He's one of our best coaches in the province. He's done it for a long time, women's teams too, and he's got some good insight to the sport.
Yeah. Really hard.
Hard!
Really
As his son delivers his final stone in 8.
Come on, hold it.
Hard!
Big scrub the entire way, and they'll drive it by.
Any thinner, they would have tapped that yellow in the rings, which might have changed Cooey's selection.
Did it touch it at all?
It did touch it, yeah.
Yeah. A little more.
Yeah.
Good sweep.
Just a hair tight right out of the hand.
Just
touched it.
Like, yeah, I didn't really even move it.
I didn't throw it. Oh, that's not mine. I didn't throw it. How I normally throw my returns.
You even get away with there.
Oh, I think so. I don't know.
I think we tapped, don't we?
Which way are you going with your shooter?
Like just a millimeter, like nose is pretty good, isn't it?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I like that.
As long as I get some separation.
Yeah, so there's no triple. Yeah.
Well, I think you're more worried about the double and roll. So as long as you get a sliver inside, you're good.
Just a shade low. Shade low.
Yeah. I mean, nose, you're probably pretty close.
If I'm nosing, I hit it to the tee line.
Nose isn't bad if you're tee line. Nose is pretty good.
I think they're reading each other's minds there.
Take two. Yeah. Back
I like to
forward.
hear that though, because it's a team that's a seasoned team. They've been at it so long that and the front end's engaged. Some of these, I pick on Ben all the time for talking too much, but they're engaged. They're really trying to help each other here. They came up with the same result.
Just line.
Well then.
So Skip Stone's here in 8.
Room.
Wait's good.
Benny. Ben. Hard.
Both
T-line
of you
weight.
go
Trying to get to the nose or farther.
Hard.
hard.
That one. Go, John. Go, John.
Okay.
And there's the tap. So for now, Alberta lying 3.
Not quite what he wanted. Now there's
Right
a
in the middle.
nose double and maybe
like
roll
yelp
under
turn?
the
I do, yep.
yellow,
Okay, and
forcing Cooey to a tough shot.
regular peel. Okay.
Just didn't, again, that curling into the middle. They're not quite getting that curl yet.
Just inside it.
Later in the week it'll come.
So.
Okay. Yeah, you can get it under there, hey? Yep.
Huge shot here.
Trying to get out of some trouble. Flasch here at 8.
Whoa! Yeah!
Hard.
Now late scrubs. 1, 2, makes the double and just pie, but he'll stick the shooter, and he is shot stone with 2 to come.
Good shot. It wasn't far off. He could have rolled a little more.
Good throw.
Making the double is the key.
Tried not to hit it early and back it up a bit.
If he'd rolled underneath, Kevin's got to make the double, and he's not in the rings, and now they can blank the end.
Hard and hit it right on the nose, like you almost touched it.
Yeah, you have to throw it so much harder though too. So I only threw like regular peel.
Player comparisons are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And Flasch at 79%, Cooey at 73, as Kevin has brought up his numbers a little bit as the games progressed here in the final 5.
That 3 put a lot of oxygen into the Team Alberta for sure.
And right out of his hand, BJ Neufeld. You hear John Morris. They got to try hold it here on that center line. It is making a move. And that is a huge scrub from BJ Neufeld right out of the hand. A huge brush to save the skipper.
You could tell by John's inflection right, that was never going to be wide. Wow.
Gotta go, buddy.
You know, Ben Hebert gets a lot of credit for the big brush on this team, but BJ, my goodness.
Look at him, he's just...
Job well done.
Oh, that's a quarter inch, you're giving up 2.
Rock.
So mission accomplished for Team Alberta. The force is on. Final stone. As Colton Flasch drawing for a single.
Where are we?
Close here.
Fine. Top 4.
Line's good.
Line's
All you
great.
guys are in the
Running.
T line. Hard, guys. Can't hurt it.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Cannot hurt it.
Gotta go.
Kevin and Daniel Marsh.
Keep going. Get out. It's fine. It's fine.
Good shot, Flash. Shot boy.
And nice weight.
Oh, I thought that was on the guard.
Oh, yeah.
So Alberta, mission accomplished. The first force of the game. And some good scrubbing from BJ Neufeld. Alberta down 1, but with hammer when we come back. Welcome back to Lethbridge. It is our first draw, first night here on this Friday at the Tim Hortons Brier. Great to have fans in the building, wonderful crowd. 2 draws again tomorrow. In our feature, it is Saskatchewan. And finally a force for Colton Flasch, picks up 1 and 8. So here in 9, down by 1, Alberta with hammer, throwing the Red Rocks.
Whoa, look there. Deep.
As lead stones on the way, second from Ben Hebert. And it's pretty incredible his career he's had as well. Made his Brier debut way back at Edmonton in 2005 with a guy on the bench for Saskatchewan and Pat Simmons. And all those years later, how about 4 Brier championships, the gold medal in Vancouver as well. And, you know, for a lead, he's one of the best of all time. You got to put him up there, don't you?
Oh, no question about it. Absolutely. Probably the strongest pressure in the world for a few years. There's a bunch of them out there now. But,
Okay, that's perfect.
and you know, how many times did he get rocks by for Kevin and Kevin?
Weight's close.
Yes.
Top 12.
Yep.
Straight. Yeah.
Top 12.
Weight's there.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
Line only,
no
though.
Bounce. No
Weight's
bounce.
good. We're not bouncing.
No bounce.
We're not bouncing. Gotta go.
Okay, go down. Go down. Go.
Ooh.
Real good.
Great shot.
Geez, that's some nice curling.
Great throw, bud.
Good judge. Yeah.
Really good angle. You can see where that yellow-red will go. Kicks the Alberta rock right out of there.
Yeah, even a little low and get onto our red, eh?
Well, you want to get rid of this one
Yeah,
first.
you want to get the top yellow if we can.
You hit it on here.
Just a sliver low, John, with the outside.
Maybe.
It's good.
You bet.
Tick, bang. In turn. Sliver high.
In turn or out turn?
Trying a tough shot here. John's going to hit the yellow on the left-hand side as we see it and just feather the yellow. If he misses yellow, he gets his own red.
Yep. Yes!
Real hard. Hard! Gotta go.
That's not what he wanted.
Full.
Back 4 even.
Back 4.
So let me be devil's advocate here then, Russ. Then if it was that tough as you said, then why play it? Is that the only shot or why play that shot?
Yeah, I think we're all guilty of that. You know, Morris is so good. And it's like he wants to help the team out, you know, and it's like, well, if I could just make this one. I think that happens a lot to us. And, you know, he's only off by about half an inch, but they're in trouble there now.
Weight's good.
Boom. Okay, we're okay.
You have to go
You're
at the
okay.
end.
They're going to have to make a decision at some point, Brian. You're one down here. You can't score one. So you're going to go for the 2, or you're going to blank and start all over again.
We got to bounce this yellow a bit.
Hard.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
You might see Kevin's drive to blanket now.
Good eye. You thought he was a little late.
I knew it was late. I just didn't want to crush the line.
Rip the double on the top 2 yellows with the in turn.
Time out. Time out.
Yeah, if that's there, that's the shot.
That's the shot.
It's there. That's fine.
Let's check in on Grattan and Dunstone. And I saw Muscowie lining things up from the carpet, Kathy, so this must be an interesting shot coming up.
Well, this end has been all New Brunswick, an opportunity to really force Matt Dunstone. And that red stone at the top of the house, that was James's final stone. And by coming short, Matt looking for a way to score 2, trying to come off the stone that is out of the house with a redirect to get to the red stone that is shot for 2.
So Matt Dunstone, his final stone in 9.
Yes,
On and off, hit it, and he'll spill on his own yellow. Had to hit it a little thicker, so a massive steal for James Grattan. And a 6-5 advantage after 9.
Just don't see that call. Like, he could have drawn the forfeit with backing to have a 1-point lead. What's wrong with that?
Came off steep.
That was a tough shot. They would never have been out that wide to play that.
No.
Funny call, Kath.
It's, you know, that I think that the analytics now have shown teams that you just don't want 1. You have to find ways to score 2, but sometimes it's at the expense of taking the 1 and at least being in that control situation.
Well, true, and you sure don't want -1 either. That's a big control point.
Skinny half.
Go, Johnny.
What do you like
So
there?
Alberta did use a timeout there.
Yep.
Hard. Back it up. Gotta go. Okay.
Spills the 1 yellow and rattles them around above the tee line a bit.
Great shot, but he was hoping to make the double.
Okay, John.
Okay, you should have. We got a double on BJ's first one here.
Beach.
Nose isn't terrible.
Okay.
We'll make this
Board.
double.
Hey, boys, board weight.
Okay.
Speed doesn't change, eh?
No, it
A
doesn't.
little more, just be safe.
Board weight. Board.
Sit 3 is a pretty nice situation.
Okay.
Kui's going to have to work real hard to blank.
Board. Board.
Whoa.
Yes. Whoa.
Roll it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Gatlin Schneider
Very nice.
rolls top 4 and they lie 3.
Boy, Schneider's had a great game.
You don't necessarily have to group them, right?
It's sweet, boys.
That was
It's still
nice.
pretty good if they make the.
It's about a third.
Want to welcome in our viewers from TSN 3 that we're watching Sports Center. Great game here. Saskatchewan a 7-6 advantage. Alberta, Kevin Kui with hammer and 9 throwing the red stones. And we're into third stones. This one on the way from BJ Newfield.
Oh. Yep. Oh. Ben.
Hard.
Whoa.
BJ gets 1. He'll roll it into the pocket.
Not bad.
Oh, nice shot.
Did we even hit that yet, or do we slow play that?
So Yukon another steal. They're within
shot?
1 over on sheet D. Now on sheet B, it is Ontario, a 4-3 advantage over Team Canada. Botcher threw his last away and gave up a steal. He does have the hammer coming home down 4-3. Kathy, can you talk about what happened there in that situation?
Well, he was lying too, Brendan Botcher was, and on his final stone, Glenn Howard made a perfect hit and roll under. There was no way to remove the stone to score multiple points. So after some discussion, they, meaning Team Canada and Brendan Botcher, made the decision. They would rather have Last Rock coming home, and very much like we saw in the Matt Dunstone situation, just making the decision to have Last Rock coming home. So he threw it away, did not attempt the draw, and he does have Last Rock, but he is down 1.
Odds are at least a triple. That's my least
Yeah,
favorite shot.
that's the old adage, isn't it? And I would still rather be 1 up.
Yes.
But they obviously went the other way. Now Botcher's going to have to, Dunstone is going to have to find a way to
The only problem is we go here and
manufacture a 2, or they're not going to have hammered an extra in.
I'd rather be 3 up myself.
Would you?
Yeah, I mean, I just and I
with
was
hammer.
Good at Matt. Yeah. with both hammer and all the rocks.
Just bite the line.
Yeah. Like, it's okay to leave it for us, right?
Bite the center.
Yeah, because we can
The
actually
stats
leave
say
our
you're
top yellow
slightly better 1 up without.
What's the speed like here,
But
boys?
it's personal preference, and what you've done all year. You know, maybe you've been in that situation 10 times, and Botcher's got
Hair lesser.
7 out of 10 times he scored his 2. Like it's all a personal preference.
I liked it. A little bit early, a little early.
Hit it early. Gotta go late, too.
Go ahead, line's good.
Gotta go.
Go ahead.
Hard.
Hard, line's good.
Hard line.
Hard. Where are we?
It's not heavy.
Keep going, guys. Hard. You gotta get it past this red. Hard. You gotta go. Hard. Hard. You gotta go. Hard. You gotta go.
I don't think you're getting it past that red.
Whoa.
Big scrub, and they'll tap the red stone.
Not bad.
Slight open door there now, though. I think BJ can get to that yellow one and get rid of one of them.
Back line to do anything good.
What's that?
You gotta get by tight with enough to get this back here.
Yeah, hack weight.
Yeah.
I can get under with hack.
Yeah, I think we
It's the best situation in curling when you're in the 9th end when one team's 1 down like this, because Cooey would love to score 2, 3 to your point, but he's keeping the blank alive also, and it's hard to do both. So at some point in time, they have to make a decision. With that slight miss, I think instead of trying to blank, now they're thinking maybe we can get 2.
Close.
Close, Ben.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa.
BJ Newfield, his final stone here in 9.
Curl. Curl.
Ben.
Hard. Touch it.
Great job. Does kiss the red, and it goes under cover.
That's crazy good.
Alberta's shot stone.
Crazy good shot. To throw it that hard, to make it roll was one thing, but to throw it hard now, look at how tight he got to the guard there, and still had enough speed to kill the Saskatchewan stone.
Curl.
Ben.
Hard. Touch it. Great job, Beach. All right, what's the play? Off our own, hit a third. He's gonna have a hack and roll away, and then we'll have to make a roll under.
So off his own yellow into the red, I think is what I heard. Colton say.
Yes. That's a lonely yellow though when you eliminate your own.
Whoa. Right off. No. Curl, Cap. Curl. Hard.
Curl.
Okay.
Yikes.
Hey, Colt.
Kevin's got a tough one, but he could sit 3.
Let's figure something out here. Yeah, I don't even mind board what you just
Play
threw.
that no matter what.
Yeah.
Can you see this red?
Yeah, it's buried.
See an inch of it.
You can hit it
I'm
unless
seeing
you got
a good
about
half.
control.
Yeah,
You can
same way
chisel.
BJ just threw away.
Try and get 3 here.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
down.
I'm in.
John's
I
thrown
would
through a
say
few
right
here,
there.
and I
Edge
don't know
forward.
whether he helped it a bit, but they've been curling. Even if you play this safe and kill the yellow and roll out, you're still in pretty good shape for your 2.
Are these the shots, Russ, for scouting the stones that you want are so integral?
How true. Yep. A lot of the skips, I know my brother does it all the time. He'll try to find 2 cutters. I would too. And 2 rocks that, curl maybe a hair more than the other 6. And that allows you a little more wiggle room here with a little extra curl. It's all about getting the right speed for Kevin.
Heavy. Clean. Heavy.
Interesting stat.
Ben.
Oh, just to hit it.
Gotta go, Ben. No.
They don't want to poke it behind.
Just way heavy. Kevin's thrown 3 shots today have shocked me. He just hasn't had that feel for range. The range is off. He's played well otherwise.
Interesting too, right? I mean, opening game.
Yeah.
You know,
Gotta go, Ben.
fans in the building, excitement.
No.
You're trying to get grooving, get in the right headspace,
Yep.
and you said it, and you saw the graphic that we put up, and You know, his openers 5-4.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a good hack. I mean,
Yeah, but
whatever. Just be.
yeah, I like that.
That was flying though. I think John might have fooled him. John
Yeah, we've thrown a few here. They're
ticked the
pretty
guard there and over curled on another one. BJ's came up there with a nice hit and roll.
Yeah, if he noses that, there's no double off.
Familiar face there in Carter Rycroft, who is the alternate for the team, a 3-time Brier champ.
Yep.
Wait's good.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Wait's
Yeah,
good.
Brier history. How about that?
Clean.
First game for Flasch, game 120 skipping for Cooey. And Flasch, and again, caught in that spot. And he'll lose the shooter.
Jeez.
So they're trading opportunities here. It's not easy, but there's the chance here for the 2 for Alberta.
Not easy because he's just missed it. He can't be confident. He just can't. And what often happens here is you say, well, I just won't overthrow this one. Then it's gone. You know, he's got to marry up the speed with the broom here.
This is why you sign up to be a skip, though, right? This is what it's all about.
He made a harder one for 3 back in the 6th then.
So here in 9. Down by 1. A chance to take the lead coming home in 10. Final stone on the way, Kevin Cooey.
Close. Clean. No.
Whoa.
Clean it. Whoa. Clean. Whoa.
Weights down a little more this time. Starting to curl up.
Heartbeat.
Getting closer. And that is a great pistol. What a recovery, Kevin.
Brilliant.
As Kevin Cooey comes through and gets his deuce, and the crowd comes alive here in Lethbridge. It will be Saskatchewan down by 1 with Hammer when we come back. Great game in our feature. In Battle of the Prairies, Saskatchewan, Alberta. And Russ, to my mind, it's been a different Kevin Cooey from the first 5 to the last 5. And sometimes, yeah, you miss, but he rebounded, made a brilliant shot. The weight was good. He threw it to the sweeper as that nice tap to take that 8-7 lead here coming home.
Yeah, that was not easy. He proved it to you in this first one, and another one of those team shots. They had the weight nailed down. Johnny called it just in time and almost wrecked. Perfect speed by the skipper.
Hard beach.
Those threes stand out. The 3 in the 3rd, then in 6.
Hard beach. Hard.
You got
The huge score of 2 and 9.
Come on, gotta go. Gotta go. Keep going.
Hard. Yeah, open it up.
Giant.
Keep going.
Good, John.
Another massive scrub from Neufeld and Hebert.
Okay.
Just a little.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think if I get a little bit more out there, I think it'll hold.
Hard beach.
They're playing for keeps, these guys.
You got it. Hard. Come on. Gotta go. Keep going.
Hard. Yeah, open it up.
Giant. Close though.
A little bit of
We're
weight
right now,
now.
Ned.
Too much weight.
Where are you? Really close.
We're
Top
close.
8. Just wait.
We're
then.
there though. Don't
Whoa,
want
then.
to
Don't
yet.
touch it ever.
No, we can't.
Top 8.
We
No,
can't.
no,
we
it's
can't bounce
too
on
deep.
this line.
Top 8's too deep.
It's got to stop. Come on, stop.
No, just stop. Let it stop. Okay. Not bad. Shot.
Not bad.
Okay.
So, Kathy, last time we checked in on Scoffin and Young, Thomas Scoffin was stealing his way back into this contest. What do we got set up here in 9?
Well, an opportunity for Nathan to score 2. In those previous ends, his team was making good shots. He was making a good one on his first one, but Thomas Scoffin was making some very key draws that he was not able to outdraw. This time it is a hit. He is second shot, so looking for the nose for 2.
And on the nose for Nathan Young out of Newfoundland and Labrador.
Whoa.
Clean.
Able to settle things down now and lead by 3 after 9.
Yes. Hard beach. Hard.
Right to it.
Benny, yellow one. Keep
Hard
going.
bed.
Okay, shot.
Nice setup.
Can you hack this one?
Are we 2 or no?
Hack this one. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Hack. All right, Kev. Hack,
Go,
nice
buddy.
and positive.
That's good ice. Nice and positive.
Nice angle here for Cooey, and you can't do much about that rock top 8-foot buried.
Weight's good.
A little bit of work to do to get their 2 now for Flasch.
Yep. Low light. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Easy hack. Whoa. Close. Yep. Yes. Yep. Easy hack. Hard. Hard. Hard.
That was a big scrub as well to pump it through. Great sweeping on both sides.
Ended up being pretty good weight, eh? Yep. Yeah. Say easy hack, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So a final on sheet B, Kathy, and can you give us an update how that finished?
Well, on his first one, Glenn made a great shot to be shot, but Brendan made a wonderful bury, but 3/4 was open. Glenn was trying to pick it out, and if he stuck there, I don't know that Brendan...
Yeah, no, I think that's good.
Well, he could have tried to score, but it would have been very difficult, but in fact, Glenn ticked on a front stone and left Botcher line 2. No need for Botcher to throw last stone.
So he escapes Team Canada, Brendan Botcher with a victory.
Man.
Whoa.
Straight.
And the first loss for Glenn Howard, Team Ontario.
Gotta go. You got hard. Anything. Okay. Okay. That's in a good spot.
Not bad.
Now, this is a veteran team. You're the guy that only needs 2 to win. Saskatchewan's already laying 2, and they got the hammer. But Kui's saying good shot because he's kind of setting them up. You know, he's got a couple reds in good spots that Flasch has to be careful with.
What'd you just do here, Kev?
Very patient.
Hard at the end, but ran nice all the way down.
Maybe the most patient skip I've ever seen in Kui, right? Doesn't mean he's going to work, but, but he's patient.
Hack. Keep the rim down.
Whoa!
Hack.
Clean!
Yeah!
Yes!
Catlin Schneider just grazes the red guard and then pumps the red through.
I don't want to bump that over there, but
Good sweep.
So 2 stones to come. New Brunswick, Grattan, wildcard Dunstone. Kathy?
Well, that yellow stone that is shot was drawn by Braden Muscowie, and not having a way to get shot, James froze to it on his first. A timeout held by Dunstone. They elected to try to get a second stone in there, but it's deep. It is not second shot. And so this is the attempt to come on top. It's not about scoring, it's about limiting the scoring ability for Matt Dunstone to 1.
Hard, roll it.
So a little tap. It is still shot stone for Matt Dunstone.
But he was hoping to roll to the left as you look at it, and in fact this has left a draw. It's a tough one, but it's left the opportunity for Matt for 2 in the win.
I think that got caught in the slide path, Kat, because it looked spectacular at the hog line. It just curled on them.
And then it curled hard.
And you saw in our feature, BJ Neufeld, a little rub, so he's got back button for shot stone. As Grattan, with of course Darren Moulding, the new addition, Paul Dobson, Andy McCann.
I was thinking in my head to kick to the other side of Sam.
Dunstone just threw it, as Kath said. The rock that's back 4. If he comes to it, he wins, but not easy.
And Matt Dunstone, 96% on draws tonight in his opener.
This is one of those, they're out wide enough that it might not catch the slide path that Grattan caught.
He shouldn't get near it.
Right, so you could be heavy here just by default.
Needs having her feature. Catlin Schneider trying to open things up. He'll bang the red back and clip his other red to open things up as Dunstone settles in. Final stone, the out turn drop.
Off then, off.
Needs that button to score 2 and pick up the win.
Quick path.
Nothing to it yet.
Right off.
Muscowie, Myers, Kidby.
Right off.
Still right off. Sliding a bit too far.
Great shot.
Catches the backing, and it is good enough for 2.
That walking gets to the T line is mine. You know that. It's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, good luck.
Sorry, man. Just sorry.
And a conversation there, Kathy, was that about having a chance to sweep that?
What Darren's saying is that when the rock gets to the line, it's his stone to sweep it back unless...
Like it is on rock, right? If you want to
I know, but I get it.
So before it gets to the tee line, it's Matt Dunstone's team, as you heard Braden say, if he wants to carve it, if he wants to make it move. But then once it gets to the line, it's Darren's.
Regardless, so nice draw weight from Matt Dunstone. They'll pick up the win. A tough loss for New Brunswick, and a common thread Some very close games. As a timeout's been called, let's listen in as, again, it's Carter Rycroft out.
I think he has this.
I like putting something over here.
I do too.
Do we want to make the double peel really hard? Like if we're here and he makes the double peel.
Yeah, I think he's going here.
Me too.
Okay.
And then what do we do though?
But I mean, we can make that harder by putting it out wider, right?
We'll see.
Yeah, okay. Then we go here then.
Yeah, we can make it harder.
Go here.
Let's do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Keep it way out there.
Leave him this.
That's.
You got to leave him something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather leave him that than the easy draw of the button. But if we want him to throw a ball.
I'm into this.
Yeah,
Pretty hard to get shot here, though.
What's the weight? Halfway?
Same as it's been.
No, halfway.
Pretty hard to get shot here.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to get shot for him.
We're with you. Let's go.
Halfway.
Way out there. Way out there. Yeah. Don't you think?
Halfway. Yeah.
Same out here.
These guards historically over curl. You just because you're throwing it so light, it just takes off sooner out of Kevin's hand, and over curl's the problem here. So you heard him say really smart again. Take millions of as much ice as you can possibly take.
Easy.
It'll curl.
2/3, pretty tight.
Off then.
Stay close.
No, it's got to stop.
It's real tight.
It's really heavy.
We're in the house.
Never.
You got to freeze it on the side then.
Yeah. Whoa. Yep.
Just kind of caught in no man's land, and they will just snuggle it up to that yellow.
Good spot.
Jeez,
that's.
I thought it was good. Right on the nose.
Make sure it slivers the
This
8.
should do something good for us.
Kind of wait, peel.
Yeah. You got lots of time. Yeah. Dead nose. Dead nose.
I just said it's really good. Maybe not. That's gone. That's
Dead
gone.
Nose, regular peel.
The yellow one's coming in really close to that direction.
Yep.
Would it ever get the shot rock, Brian? It's close. It's very close.
Nope.
He's made some beauties in this game. Colton Flasch is first here at 10. Bang the red, and he'll drive that right through, and it's still shot stone. Team Alberta.
That was way narrow. He wanted to be about 3 inches wider than that.
Okay.
I think that push is there now.
Maybe, yeah.
I think so. I think it's there all day.
Okay, sure. I like it.
Right? Back 8.
I mean, you also.
Try to go right in between these, Kev.
Because you go tighter on the guard, and then you run the guard into
Close.
Boy, they let him off the hook there, Brian. To be honest, I hate to complain that Flasch has made a million good ones, but anything high side, that would have been a lonely red.
We just got to play it tight and get the boys sweeping it. So what do you see in back 8?
You think it'll be as fast out here?
Yeah, I think it'll be close to the same.
You bet.
Yeah.
Like that ice?
Seems to be really fast out wide. Kevin's last one really fooled him.
Where's the perfect spot for this stone for Alberta?
You have to take away the outside of the yellow rock, a Flash's rock that's top 4. So he needs to be about a foot off the center line, foot and a half off the center line, and maybe in that 2 to 3 position. Not too deep, because Flasch will run it in. This is heavy.
Where are you? Talk to him.
Top 8.
Never.
Right where it's top.
Oh, if he ever lines this up.
Make it curl.
Stay close.
Make it curl.
Stay close. Yep. Whoa.
So nudges the yellow. Shot stone still Alberta. With one to come from Saskatchewan and Colton Flasch, and they will take their second time out. And once again, Jamie Schneider to the ice.
Oh, boy.
No, like this. Huh?
What?
Like this. This is on 3 onto here. Spin this up.
The 4 doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it does. If you hit this hard enough. Third of a rock. Doesn't it go?
Kevin again. That was supposed to be a guard. Muddy.
Oh, yeah.
Really hard, I think it will, yeah.
Yeah.
And this one,
I guess if I ever just tickled this first, it probably makes it.
I don't know if you have enough momentum.
I don't
have enough momentum.
Because you want to send this, this 3 this way, so I think you want to touch this one first.
So hit that thin hard.
Really hard.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to be really hard. You can throw your normal peel, right?
Yeah.
And then we're scoring.
We're hoping those 2 score.
Okay.
Well, and our shooter.
Well, this one will also
our shooter
just down
jams
right
on
there.
here.
The keys get this red one over that way. It's going to hit a lot of the yellow. The yellow goes back, kills that one. That one's gone. They're hoping this red one's gone. And because he's throwing it a million miles an hour, his yellow rock which will be in this position at contact, will definitely kick that one out.
Night one, and you're out of ink for the telestrator already, man. I mean, you gotta save that stuff. We got a long week.
Wow. The top doubles easy part.
I don't know if that yellow is gonna. I don't think they're all. I don't know if it's all of them are gonna go far enough.
But that is not where Kevin Cooey wanted that rock, Brian.
Sweep something at the back. You never know.
Just the draw weight struggles.
Yeah, heavy on both those by a lot.
So here we go. Right now, Alberta shot stone with a heater to come. Final stone here at 10. Colton Flasch trying to pick up the win for Team Saskatchewan. As he rattles the Reds, look at the yellow spill in. Can it sit in time? And it won't.
He had to hit it thinner. That red that stayed, it was the costly one. He had to hit a little thinner, sweep it more.
So just
I don't know if it's ever there.
Good throw, Flash.
the single for Flasch. One more look. And that yellow, just too much momentum. It hit, kissed the yellow back four, kept spinning, but just the one.
Wow.
So an extra end. Close. But we're tied up at 8. Cooey with hammer in an extra. Next.
The Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By BKT Tires and OK Tire. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
All right, Kathy, so our feature going into an extra. Give us an update now on Newfoundland Labrador and Yukon Scoffin Young.
Well, and it just is an elimination game. It is the shot stone that belongs to Thomas Scoffin, but it really is just making one go away given the score and an opportunity for this young team that could be the future of the game, not only in Newfoundland, but maybe in this country. And he makes one go away, and that's good enough for the victory.
So welcome to the show, young man. As Nathan Young, Newfoundland Labrador, win #1 in his Brier debut, 7-5 over Thomas Scoffin, who is back in Alberta as well as a bit of a homecoming as he competed for the University of Alberta Golden Bears as he won a gold medal U Sport. And remember too, Kathy, and I know you cover those juniors a lot, losing a final for Alberta to Matt Dunstone in Fort McMurray back in 2013.
Oh, he's a really good player. We've talked about that for many, many years. He just struggles to find 4 players as committed perhaps as he is.
So one game remains here at NMAX Center in Lethbridge on this Friday night, 8-8 tie. As Team Alberta Kevin Cooey with hammer throwing the red stones. What did you make of that final stone, Russ, in that last end from Flasch?
It was so tough, but I think if he hits it thinner, it looked like he missed the top one by about 1.5 inches. If he made it perfect, I think it was there for the win, and they didn't brush it for whatever reason, but good attempt for the one, and they've got chances now. Both have been Heberts. Look at that. Both of Heberts, he managed to make the ticks, but left his own rocks down the center. So a lot of work to do for Cooey yet.
That'll help from Jean Morris.
Halfway, Kev. Halfway.
We talked earlier about what makes a skipper. They're born that way. That Cooey's one of those guys. Al Hackner was one of those guys. I would say Nedowan, one of those guys. They find a way to win games when they're playing their B game or their C game. Cooey's, it's been a C game tonight. He's let Flasch off the hook 4 or 5 times, but here he is with hammer in the 11th end. That's the type of guy he is.
And I think it's because he would be the first to admit that this is not his best game in terms of draw weight, but the ability to park it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's huge.
On the button?
Yeah, because this is our chance at him. Even nose in it. I think we do, guys.
Then he's just tapping it.
What is?
Back button. He's tapping it back button.
What are you throwing,
I like this. That's fine.
Johnny, what are you throwing? 8?
You don't have to stay there either. I like John's concept. The rock and the button's the winning rock for Saskatchewan. It's not buried. Get at it now. But staying right there might not be a good idea because Flasch can freeze to it. He can tap it later. Just get rid of it.
Just board.
Yep. Yep.
Little down.
It's always interesting, right? Curling so many options, because if you're coaching or you're watching at home, you'd say, well, peel the guard, keep it open. You got last stone, right? Give yourselves a chance to score.
Right. And that's not wrong either, Brian. I don't think that's a bad call either. But because that was on the pin, you got to be a pretty good draw player to out curl a rock that's on the pin.
Both ways are good, eh?
You come like this.
I think we try to get under one of them.
Okay, this way's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Might
board
be
there is
easier.
good.
So there's a good example.
Board.
If they elect,
Board,
Brian,
yeah.
if they elect to make the hit and roll behind the corner, Cooey's got the whole forefoot all of a sudden.
Patient curl at the end, yep.
Board. Board. Yep. Board. Yep. Easy board. Yep. Hard.
You can't hit your own guard.
Easy board. Hard.
Hard. Whoa.
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 Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just by the guard.
No.
And a slight little roll inside for shot stone top 4.
Nice shot. You're dealing with the game there when if you ever take your own guard off.
Same way.
Yeah, board weight.
You want to go under? I can control left weight.
Seems to me as you get closer to that center line late in this game, there's more curl.
Easy.
So BJ Neufeld trying to answer. You heard John say get her cooking, Benny.
Hard to get by. Way real hard.
As in to get it to curl. He's by the red just.
Okay.
Wow. And you hear the crowd react, but he will get it to go.
Way more than board weight, and that's that same problem that Cooey had earlier. Just threw it through the break.
A little heavy there, eh?
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
Yes, or there's this.
I don't like that.
I think come around the yellow for now. Fight the four.
Yeah.
Each team does get another timeout in the extra. You can see the thinking time
Boys, give me a time to tee here.
on the board.
Team 75. Yep.
That's quick still?
Yeah, quick.
Okay.
Longtime coach John Dunn, the mental coach. He's been with Kevin Cooey for well over a decade.
Okay, I
Go
got
hot.
top four.
Okay, whoa then, whoa then.
Too much.
Whoa.
It's okay.
Whoa, guys, room.
Line's good.
Don't touch it.
So the good stuff too.
No.
Unless this curls soon, it's going to be behind the tee
Line's
line.
close. You're gonna have to curl though.
Can't go. Can't go yet.
It's all there on
Four's
its own.
okay.
It's there,
It's there.
Kevins, you're gonna have to
No,
curl.
no, can't go. Can't go.
Really heavy.
Sit.
Uh-oh.
Will it sit for shot stone? And it will not.
Jeez.
Hey, buddy.
You gotta miss that light, if anything.
Hey, Beach, you want to hit this rather thin.
Yeah.
Because if you hit it thick, you nut jam it, and then he's got a guard, right?
Well, I guess you try and hit this thin and miss this. But
Looks like third
it's
of the
hard.
rocks.
Oh, yeah,
probably
that's
okay.
fine.
Third or thinner. Third or thinner.
Yeah, third's all good.
Thinner the better.
Yeah.
At least you come through there.
Hard, John.
Hard. Gotta go. Hard, John. Real hard. Real
good.
hard.
Uncharacteristic misses in this game. There's some brilliant shots. Flasch has had a couple. Cooey's had a couple. But anything thinner there, there's no guards.
Like that.
Nice chance here now for Saskatchewan.
Well, that brings us to the game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. And Kathy, I'll throw it to you. Where did momentum shift, if at all, in this game? It's been back and forth the entire game.
I think it's been a roller coaster ride, and that roller coaster ride the most, I think, facing Kevin Cooey. We just saw an uncharacteristic miss. Yeah, there's been opportunities for both teams, and the percentages are relatively even. That's why we've got a tie game, but the breaks, it's who's going to make the right shot in this last couple of rocks that makes a difference.
Little bit early.
Okay, we can go. Yep.
Hard early.
Yep.
You gotta go.
Line only.
Line's good. You gotta go.
T line. Line's good.
Yeah, line's good now.
T line.
Where are we?
T.
Stay close.
T.
Stay
Room.
close.
T line. Room. Gotta go with it.
Line's good.
T. T.
Kevin, go ahead.
This could be
Kevin.
perfect.
Hard.
It's going to be
Line's really
varied.
good. Come on, go, go, go,
Colton
go, go,
Flasch
go,
curls it in. Top four.
Great shot.
Shot stone.
Great shot. Good boy, Flash. Oh. Really good.
That is perfect. I could see what happened with Neufeld's last one by leaving that guard on the center line.
Real good.
Draw the board.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotcha.
It would be really nice to nut it there.
I love board, Kev. Board weight right on the nose or 3/4.
Some teams would freeze here. They might even draw a top button.
You got it,
But
buddy.
Cooey's chances of winning this game aren't on draw weight right. So I love this call.
Board, yeah.
Board weight. Give it to the brushers, carve it at the end, try to hit as much of that red as you can. If you could stick right there, how does Colton Flasch get around a rock in the forefoot and be somewhat buried?
Yeah, I like that weight.
But he has to hit a lot of that red one, Brian. He's got to get what?
This will never run on me.
You're behind it pretty good in the booth, right?
Yeah, he can see 3/4, but he needs to hit 3/4 to stick it.
So his first here at 11.
Yep, yes!
Easy, easy.
And right away, John Morris yelling for Ben Heber, and he is pounding this. BJ Neufeld in the help. All they got to try to get it by the red. They will hold the angle. Oh, and they saved it early. They saved it for Kevin Cooey. Shot stone here at 11.
How many years have we watched Hebert do that?
And good on John. He was yelling right away out of his hand.
Yes, right to it.
Good scratch.
And Saskatchewan using their one timeout in this extra end.
What about, well, you've already proven it. Like,
Wow,
double.
Only other thing is just like getting a little
Control,
closer
Kev.
to double and making them draw, but
Well, full 8. I don't know.
like, can we ever? Yeah, you can't really move it. That doesn't really help you. It just makes it.
I think
makes
that's
it
easier.
I think honestly, if you get like, you don't even want to.
What if you're here? Yeah.
Well, you want to be right there.
What if you're right here though? Like,
Well, I
you
think
can't
that's
stick
still.
it. This will be shot. Yeah. Dead
You can
beside
stick
it or
this
just.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying. At least he has to stick it.
Yeah, but I think the best spot's right here.
dead
like,
beside
like
it or
just
just
a,
back
just
of
a
it.
sliver back,
Yeah.
dead beside it. He can.
Same lot,
And
like-
the thing is, he can still hack
Right
it.
there. I know, but at least
It's
if you're right here, you can't hack it.
yeah, for sure.
And you have to hit that very thin at least.
And then if we're heavy, I guess we get to here.
Yeah.
Just hope. Okay.
So same ice.
I just had you hair soft on your release. Hey, come here. How are you gonna throw it? Are you gonna be a little more aggressive?
That one held really well the whole way.
Well, we swept it the whole way. I'm just asking.
Not
are you-
Those type of
That's
options, that's what the sweepers have to know. Get it as buried as you can. You have to be shot rock, obviously. But what you have to worry about is Cooey's still got that or that.
Well, we want to be right beside it or just a hair past it, right
That's
there.
why they're saying right beside it. Kind of takes
Literally
away that
same
angle
shot.
raise because that's Kevin's bread and butter.
And I think Catlin did a really good thing. Colton turned to go, and he called him back and said, hey, how are you throwing this? Let's talk it through. You do not need to rush this.
Excellent. He should be close. He just put it there.
Has to be shot stone. In an 8-8 tie, 11th end.
Okay, we can wait a little bit.
Without Hammer, the in-turn draw on the way from Colton Flasch.
Bit of room.
D-light.
Well, if you can.
We can.
Line's
D-line.
close.
No, it's gotta curl.
Line's close.
It's so hot. Really has
Probably
to curl.
Kevin's rock.
Really close. A little heavy.
Line's close. Well, Wolf, you're heavy, Dan.
Close.
Can't be heavy. Has to be shot stone as this curls in.
Sit. Touch it, sit.
Little touch, and that is shot stone with one to come from Kevin Cooey here at 11.
Very nice shot.
Good job.
He has made some spectacular draws in our feature game tonight.
Yeah.
The problem with the raise is the red's going to spin off, and the yellow at the back could be shot
You're
right.
trying to just nut it.
Yeah. So then almost good, like
And if
normal.
with
then.
control, if I hit it onto half of that, does the red spin that hard?
And then that's your winning point for Saskatchewan.
If you hit it onto half, I like good control, and it gives us a bit more.
Is this telling
options
to you
to
that he's not even considering the draw for us?
Yes, I think so,
Telling you
because of this situation. I think the draw is the easier of the two shots.
I do too.
Aren't they going to spin out, Kat?
Well, I agree with you, Russ. If he doesn't hit this right, that red spins out, that Yellowstone at the back
Yep.
becomes the winning point.
Because the shooter, the one he's throwing is going to be too high.
There are so many Briers that he would have put the broom down to play the draw to the button, but it has been a bit of a struggle, I think, in his confidence tonight for the draw.
Yep.
Sliver high.
This is tough.
I believe he's won a few Briers with that draw to the button.
Oh, no kidding.
So
you hit it dead on. The thrown rock goes left. How do you hit that red one thin enough to save it? I think they're trying to hit it a little high side. Just
yes, hit the red, and then the one they raise in will be the shot stone,
winner.
If they're hoping, and the yellow squirts out.
But you can't hit it too high side, or the red won't even hit the shot. Yellow Saskatchewan rock. Tough shot.
It's only fitting that it comes down to this in a back and forth game. And you see the numbers on his hits. Final stone in 11. Kevin Cooey.
DJ.
Hard beach, hard.
There we go. Hard beach.
Can Neufeld save one more for Kevin Cooey? Trying to get it over, bang it, move the yellow, and he will. Kevin Cooey clutching an extra end as Alberta wins their opener.
How many times? That was difficult.
It wasn't his prettiest game, but it doesn't matter. Kevin Cooey, Team Alberta. As BJ didn't quit on it, Neufeld the brush, the yellow squirts away, and there is that one single red. Top 8 that counts, handshakes, and a win for Team Alberta. Wow, we're just getting started. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll focus on Pool B, the 3-time Brier champ and the recent bronze medalist from Beijing. It's Brad Gushue, wildcard, taking on Mike Fournier out of Quebec. And you can join us tomorrow. We hope you do. At 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific. Awesome to be underway here in Lethbridge. Always great to be back in Alberta. Nice to see fans in the crowd as we are officially underway. On behalf of myself, Russ Howard, Kathy Gauthier, thank you so much for watching our coverage. Sports Center is coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow at the Brier.